Chapter 2852. That's right. Faced with Hishan's cold gaze, Lian Qingyi's expression darkened. He braced himself and said to Duan Lingtian, "As long as you're willing to join the supporting Sun Celestial sect and become a celestial alchemist, the supporting Sun Celestial sect is willing to fulfill any of your requests." Since Duan Lingtian had already revealed the truth, Lian Qingyi no longer concealed it since there was no need for him to do so. Since he was destined to offend the old ancestor of the supporting Sun Celestial sect, he might as well go all the way. Moreover, a celestial alchemist like Duan Lingtian was a rare resource to begin with. Since he was only a revered elder of the Tai Celestial sect, the Tai Celestial sect could not restrict his freedom. Therefore, no one would say anything even if he tried to poach Duan Lingtian. At most, they would say that he valued talent. Lian Qingyi, the old ancestor of the Tai Celestial sect, glared at Lian Qingyi and said in a deep voice, "How dare you try to poach Duan Lingtian in front of me, Senior Hishan?" Upon hearing this, Lian Qingyi turned to look at the old ancestor of the Tai Celestial sect and solemnly said, "As the saying goes, a fine bird chooses a fine tree to nest in. If Master Duan really wants to stay in the Tai Celestial sect, he won't join the supporting Sun Celestial sect, no matter what benefits I offer. If he joins the supporting Sun Celestial sect, it can only be said that the Tai Celestial sect has given him too little." When Lian Qingyi reached the end of his sentence, he shifted his gaze back to Duan Lingtian and asked with a smile, "Master Duan, what did you say earlier? Do you have a request?" "I don't like Master Guan of the supporting Sun Celestial sect." Upon hearing Lian Qingyi's words, Duan Lingtian shifted his gaze to Guan Qifei, who was standing at the side. Guan Qifei's eyes were cold, as though he wanted nothing more than to kill Duan Lingtian. Previously, Guan Qifei did not think much of Duan Lingtian before Duan Lingtian displayed his alchemy skills. However, after witnessing Duan Lingtian's talent in alchemy, he could only imagine how bright Duan Lingtian's future would be. For this reason, he could not wait to kill Duan Lingtian, since he was worried Duan Lingtian would seek revenge on him in the future. As a petty person, he was certain Duan Lingtian would not let him off the hook. However, he did not know that Duan Lingtian had no intention of Duan Lingtian. In Duan Lingtian's eyes, Guan Qifei's, Duan Lingtian's, Duan Lingtian only took him seriously when he saw the killing intent in his eyes. "Weidans, you to say, use rights to kill him Tian. Tian is Tian to Qingyi's, error to you to kill Duan Chen. Kill SAS." Soon as Duan Lingtian finished speaking, Guan Qifei's expression changed drastically. He did not expect Duan Lingtian would make such a request when Lian Qingyi was trying to recruit Duan Lingtian into the supporting Sun Celestial sect. Guan Qifei had been in the supporting Sun Celestial sect for many years. Based on his understanding of Lian Qingyi, he knew Lian Qingyi would agree to it if Duan Lingtian was willing to join the supporting Sun Celestial sect. For this reason, Guan Qifei looked at Duan Lingtian cautiously as soon as he heard Lian Qingyi's words. At the same time, he prepared to detonate the prominent celestial fire in his body. "Impossible." However, Lian Qingyi replied to Duan Lingtian, "Master Guan is a revered elder of the supporting Sun Celestial sect. The supporting Sun Celestial sect will only protect him and not harm him. For this reason, the supporting Sun Celestial sect is unable to fulfill your request. Master Duan, please change your request." Lian Qingyi said, "Forget it then. I won't force you." Duan Lingtian smiled faintly. Guan Qifei also glanced at Lian Qingyi in surprise. He did not expect Lian Qingyi to defend him. Lian Qingyi's actions had completely overturned his previous understanding of Lian Qingyi. Guan Qifei was touched by Lian Qingyi's words. He even felt ashamed of himself for thinking about leaving the supporting Sun Celestial sect. At the same time, Guan Qifei gradually let down his guard. Unknowingly, his connection with the prominent celestial fire in his body had been severed. Sect leader, Duan Lingtian is very cunning. From the very beginning, he's trying to trick us into thinking he's incapable of refining the overarching heaven pill. Guan Qifei looked at Lian Qingyi and said, You can't believe his words. Upon hearing Guan Qifei's words, the people from the Tai celestial sect, including Duanling Tian, were speechless. Even the onlookers were speechless. From the beginning until the end, Duanling Tian did not seem to have done anything on purpose, right? They thought it was impossible for Duanling Tian to refine the overarching heaven pill, because they were certain Duanling Tian was not even 100 years old. They did not think it was possible for Duanling Tian to refine the overarching heaven pill. I know. Lian Qingyi nodded. Then, he looked at Guan Qifei and said with a faint smile, Master Guan, the supporting Sun Celestial sect won't abandon you for a prominent celestial alchemist who can refine the overarching heaven pill. Thank you, sect leader. Guan Qifei quickly bowed and thanked Lian Qingyi. Just as Guan Qifei bowed, a cold glint flashed across Lian Qingyi's eyes. Swoosh! Swoosh! As a cold glint flashed across Lian Qingyi's eyes, 2 gray streams of light shot out from his eyes. In the blink of an eye, they gathered together and transformed into a gray goshawk phantom. Boom! Before Guan Qifei could stand up, the gray eagle-like phantom slammed into his body again. But it did not cause him any external injuries. In fact, some of the celestial dukes who could see the gray eagle's trajectory clearly saw it vanish as soon as it collided with Guan Qifei. Naturally, it did not vanish. Instead, it merged with Guan Qifei's body. It's a soul attack. He Shan's eyes widened slightly. Lian Qingyi is really going to kill Guan Qifei just because of Master Duan's words. As soon as He Shan's voice fell, Guan Qifei, who had yet to stand up, fell to the ground with lifeless eyes. His body was as stiff as a statue. Bang! The sound of Guan Qifei's corpse falling to the ground was particularly loud and clear in the quiet surroundings of the Tai Celestial sect's shop. Everyone's heart skipped a beat. The sect leader of the supporting Sun Celestial sect is really ruthless. Some of the celestial dukes who knew it was Lian Qingyi, the sect leader of the supporting Sun Celestial sect, who had killed Guan Qifei, were shocked. The onlookers who did not know what had happened were confused at first. However, after a few celestial dukes explained the situation to them, they began to understand what had happened. Immediately, the group of people looked at Lian Qingyi with eyes filled with either fear or terror. Guan Qifei offended the Tai Celestial sect for no reason, and caused the supporting Sun Celestial sect to lose our most precious Duke-grade celestial method. Although he's only an revered elder of the supporting Sun Celestial sect, according to the sect's rules, he still deserves to die for imparting our Duke-grade celestial method to outsiders. At the same time, Lian Qingyi's voice began to spread in the area. What's the matter with you? As the sect leader of the supporting Sun Celestial sect, Lian Qingyi was, naturally, not a fool. If he killed Guan Qifei because of Duanling Tian's words, his reputation would be tarnished. Everyone would say that he, the sect leader of the supporting Sun Celestial sect, had killed a revered elder of the sect. At that time, no one would dare to become an revered elder of the supporting Sun Celestial sect. For this reason, he came up with a perfect excuse to avoid being infamous. He said he had killed Guan Qifei because of the supporting Sun Celestial sect's rules, and not because of Duan Lingtian's request. Master Duan, now that I've killed Guan Qifei, I hope you'll keep your promise and join the supporting Sun Celestial sect. Lian Qingyi, the sect leader of the supporting Sun Celestial sect, sent a voice transmission to Duanling Tian when he looked at Duanling Tian. One thing on the surface, but another behind his back. He was referring to Lian Qingyi. Sect leader Lian, if I'm not mistaken, you didn't kill Guan Qifei because of me, right? It's because of him that the supporting Sun Celestial sect lost a Duke-grade celestial method, right? Duanling Tian replied through voice transmission after he heard Lian Qingyi's words. Master Duan, I hope you won't play dumb at this time. If it weren't for your words, do you really think I would kill Master Guan and make the supporting Sun Celestial sect lose a prominent celestial alchemist for nothing? Lian Qingyi's eyes flashed with killing intent as he looked at Duanling Tian through voice transmission. I don't know about that. Duanling Tian replied indifferently through voice transmission. Sect leader Lian, if you really want me to join the supporting Sun Celestial sect, I'm willing to join the supporting Sun Celestial sect, as long as you admit in public that you killed Master Guan for my sake. Master Duan, based on your words, you're trying to gain something without risking anything? Upon hearing Duan Lingtian's voice transmission, Lian Qingyi's tone was cold, as though he was about to devour someone. Gain something without risking anything? Duan Lingtian continued to say through voice transmission. Why do you say that? Sect leader Lian, if you're too embarrassed to say it, I can say it for you. Duan Lingtian, if you dare to spout nonsense, the supporting Sun Celestial sect won't let you off so easily. At this moment, Lian Qingyi realized Duan Lingtian was deliberately making things difficult for him. Senior Hishan, congratulations on obtaining such an outstanding prominent celestial alchemist like Master Duan. Farewell. Lian Qingyi took a deep breath before he bade farewell to the old ancestor of the Tai Yi celestial sect. Then he turned around and left. From the beginning until the end, he did not speak to Duan Lingtian again. However, no one noticed the killing intent in Lian Qingyi's eyes when he glanced at Duan Lingtian from the corner of his eyes. Duan Lingtian, you and I are absolutely irreconcilable. Chapter 2853. Duan Lingtian did not think much of Lian Qingyi's threat. This was not the first time he was threatened. If he was afraid of someone, he would not have survived until today. However, Lian Qingyi's actions today had taught him a lesson. That was, unless one's value was above that of others, one's life could be sacrificed at any time in the face of benefits. Although Duan Lingtian knew Guan Qifei's eyes were filled with killing intent earlier, he knew Guan Qifei would be a threat to him. Duan Lingtian had only asked Lian Qingyi to kill Guan Qifei to make things difficult for Lian Qingyi, since he did not think Lian Qingyi would do such a thing. If Lian Qingyi killed Guan Qifei, because of his words, not only would Lian Qingyi's reputation be tarnished, but the supporting Sun Celestial sect's reputation would be tarnished as well. The supporting Sun Celestial sect was willing to sacrifice their revered elders for profit. It was only natural that they would do the same in the future. If Lian Qingyi killed Guan Qifei, because of Duan Lingtian's request, it would be difficult for the supporting Sun Celestial sect to recruit other revered elders. However, what he did not expect was that Lian Qingyi really made a move to kill Guan Qifei. Moreover, before killing Guan Qifei, Lian Qingyi had purposely laid the groundwork. It was not difficult for Duan Lingtian to guess Lian Qingyi's motive. He was worried that Guan Qifei would detonate the prominent celestial fire in his body. That was why he had comforted Guan Qifei, so that Guan Qifei would lower his guard before he killed Guan Qifei with a soul attack. After all, the power of a prominent celestial alchemist's prominent celestial fire was extremely powerful. Even someone as strong as Lian Qingyi would not be able to survive the explosion of a prominent celestial fire. With Lian Qingyi's ruthlessness, even if I join the supporting Sun Celestial sect today, he might betray me in the future. Duan Lingtian knew this very well. Moreover, from the beginning until the end, Duan Lingtian had no intention of leaving the Tai Yi Celestial sect and joining the supporting Sun Celestial sect, since Duan Lingtian was not a fickle person. Since he had joined the Tai Yi Celestial sect, as long as the Tai Yi Celestial sect did not betray him, he would not easily leave the Tai Yi Celestial sect and join another sect in the 6 southeastern regions. He left. The sect leader of the supporting Sun Celestial sect is really bold. He actually followed the rules of the supporting Sun Celestial sect and executed a prominent celestial alchemist like Guan Qifei. He's a prominent celestial alchemist. Why do I feel that things aren't that simple? Perhaps he had killed Master Guan because of Master Duan from the Tai Yi Celestial sect? But that's not very likely. If he really killed Pill Master Guan because of Pill Master Duan, he wouldn't have left alone, let alone congratulate Hishan. Now that you mention it, he is indeed bold. After all, the words that Lian Qingyi, the sect leader of the supporting Sun Celestial sect, sent to Duan Lingtian after killing Guan Qifei were not heard by the onlookers. For this reason, most of the onlookers felt that Lian Qingyi was bold enough to execute a prominent celestial alchemist according to the rules of the Tai Yi Celestial sect. Not only would Lian Qingyi and the supporting Sun Celestial sect's reputation be tarnished, but they would also think that Lian Qingyi and the supporting Sun Celestial sect were impartial. Even though Guan Qifei was a prominent celestial alchemist of the supporting Sun Celestial sect, Lian Qingyi still chose to punish him. This was not something that any sect in the 6 southeastern regions could do. In the history of the 6 southeastern regions, the supporting Sun Celestial sect was definitely the first sect to have such courage. Although many of the people present felt that Guan Qifei did not deserve to die, their words were like a few waves in the ocean, unable to cause any big waves. Master Duan, Lian Qingyi, the sect leader of the supporting Sun Celestial sect, must have sent you a voice transmission to ask you to join the supporting Sun Celestial sect after killing Guan Qifei, right? As one of the older powerhouses in the Tai Celestial sect, how could the old ancestor of the Tai Celestial sect not see through Lian Qingyi's motive for killing Guan Qifei? In fact, when Lian Qingyi killed Guan Qifei, he was worried that Duan Lingtian would join the supporting Sun Celestial sect. However, when Lian Qingyi left in exasperation, the old ancestor of the Tai Celestial sect discovered that Guan Qifei's plan had failed. Lian Qingyi did not get what he wanted. Old ancestor, you figured it out. Duan Lingtian replied through voice transmission with a faint smile on his face. Indeed, he sent me a voice transmission asking me to join the supporting Sun Celestial sect. He even said he killed Guan Qifei as per my request. However, I asked him to publicly admit that I killed Guan Qifei because of my request. If he was willing to admit it, I'd join the supporting Sun Celestial sect. However, he refused. Therefore, we parted ways. Duan Lingtian replied through voice transmission. How could he possibly admit to it? Although you're a prominent celestial alchemist who can refine overarching heaven pills, you're not as important as the reputation of the supporting Sun Celestial sect in Lian Qingyi's eyes. The old ancestor of the Tai Celestial sect was clearly in a good mood. Then he continued to say, however, Master Duan, Lian Qingyi will definitely blame you for what happened today. Both of you are now at odds with each other. Before he left, he sent me a voice transmission and told me that we're irreconcilable enemies. Duan Lingtian replied through voice transmission. Irreconcilable enemies? The old ancestor of the Tai Celestial sect snorted. It's just the death of a prominent celestial alchemist. Why did he make it sound as though his parents died? Although he's the sect leader of the supporting Sun Celestial sect, he still has to go through me and the Tai Celestial sect if he wants to harm you. Clearly, the old ancestor of the Tai Celestial sect was trying to appease Duan Lingtian. Master Duan, from today onward, please don't leave my side until we return to the Tai Celestial sect. Don't leave my side, the old ancestor of the Tai Celestial sect added. All right. Duan Lingtian nodded. Meanwhile, after the people from the Thousand Leaves Celestial sect returned to their residence, they did not separate. Instead, they gathered in the courtyard where Xiaoteng, the sect leader of the Thousand Leaves Celestial sect, was staying. Sect leader, I'm to blame for what happened today. Please punish me. Tan Zhengyi took the initiative to apologize to Xiaoteng. Vice Sect Leader Tan, you're not to blame for what happened today. However, Xiaoteng shook his head when he heard Tan Zhengyi's apology. You agreeing to his bet doesn't affect the overall situation. If it wasn't for my carelessness, our Thousand Leaves Celestial sect wouldn't have lost that Duke-grade divine ability. Who would have thought that Duan Lingtian, a young man who's not even 100 years old, is already a prominent celestial alchemist? Moreover, he's even able to refine prominent celestial pills like the overarching heaven pill. Xiaoteng sighed emotionally as he narrowed his eyes. That's right. Who would have thought that he's already a prominent celestial alchemist who's capable of refining overarching heaven pills when he's not even 100 years old? Seeing that his sect master had no intention of blaming him, Tan Zhengyi heaved a sigh of relief. At the same time, he repeatedly agreed with Xiaoteng, the sect master of the Thousand Leaves Immortal sect. What happened today has taught us that we can't underestimate anyone. There's always someone better than us, Xiaoteng said. Sect leader. Suddenly, Tan Zhengyi's eyes flashed as though he had thought of something. Why don't we poach Duan Lingtian to our Thousand Leaves Celestial Sect? Our Thousand Leaves Celestial Sect is much stronger than the Tai Celestial Sect. Moreover, the benefits we can give him are much greater than what the Tai Celestial Sect can give him. Tan Zhengye's eyes lit up when he reached the end of his sentence. It was as though he had discovered a new world. As soon as Tan Zhengye's words left his mouth, Cheng Degang's expression changed again. Previously, he had offended Duan Lingtian. It was still fine if Duan Lingtian stayed in the Tai Celestial Sect. However, if Duan Lingtian joined the Thousand Leaves Celestial Sect, it was inevitable that Duan Lingtian would seek revenge on him. At that time, if Duan Lingtian really wanted to seek revenge on him, not only would his master not protect him, but his master might even personally hand him over to Duan Lingtian. Cheng Degang knew his master's character very well. For the sake of the sect, he was willing to do anything. He was even willing to sacrifice himself, let alone a direct disciple like him. Vice Sect Leader Tan, do you think Master Duan joined the Tai Celestial Sect because of the benefits the Tai Celestial Sect offered him? Contrary to Tan Zhengye's excitement, Xiaoteng remained calm when he heard Tan Zhengye's words. Do you think Master Duan would join the Tai Celestial Sect for benefits? As a prominent celestial alchemist who can refine overarching heaven pills, as long as he's willing, even the strongest sect in the 6 southeastern regions, the profound heaven celestial sect, would treat him as a guest of honor. Xiaoteng said. Therefore, it's almost impossible for him to join the Tai Celestial Sect. Xiaoteng was much more rational compared to Tan Zhengyi and Lian Qingyi, the sect leader of the supporting Sun Celestial Sect. Tan Zhengyi fell silent when he heard Xiaoteng's words. Xiaoteng's words made sense. Cheng Dagong, who was following behind Tan Zhengyi, couldn't help but heave a sigh of relief. In the Thousand Spiders Celestial Sect's residence, after the incident outside the Tai Celestial Sect's shop came to an end, the crowd dispersed. News of the incident spread like wildfire in Alchemy City and reached the ears of the people from the Thousand Spiders Celestial Sect. He really managed to refine overarching heaven pills. Sister Shuqiu, you're right. Liu Luo, a disciple of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect, who had been waiting in the Thousand Spiders Celestial Sect's residence, could not help but stare at Zhou Shuqiu in disbelief. As expected, although Zhou Shuqiu felt that her guess shouldn't be wrong, she couldn't help but feel a little shocked when the truth proved her guess. Chapter 2854. Morong Bing, who was standing at the side, remained silent, but her eyes shone brightly. However, after a while, she suddenly thought of something and sighed inwardly. Her originally sparkling autumn eyes dimmed in an instant. Hey, have you heard? A prominent celestial alchemist who can refine overarching heaven pills from the Tai Celestial Sect will be attending the alchemy conference. Tai Celestial Sect? The Tai Celestial Sect from the wasteland? A prominent celestial alchemist who can refine overarching heaven pills has a high status in the 6 southeastern regions and even the borderlands of the Southern Heaven Territory. Why would such a prominent celestial alchemist willingly join the Tai Celestial Sect? I don't know. However, this isn't the most shocking thing. The prominent celestial alchemist isn't even 100 years old. Not even 100 years old? Are you kidding me? He's not even 100 years old. It's already amazing that he's a prominent celestial alchemist. It's impossible for him to refine overarching heaven pills. But that's the truth. Many people witnessed him refining the overarching heaven pills. Similar discussions were spreading in Alchemy City in the Barren Land. Duan Lingtian's name had also spread in Alchemy City at an extremely fast speed. It had entered the ears of more than 90% of the people in Alchemy City. Currently, the only people in Alchemy City who were unaware of Duan Lingtian were those who were in closed-door cultivation. Duan Lingtian was the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai Celestial Sect. He was also a prominent celestial alchemist who was not even 100 years old. Moreover, this celestial alchemist who was not even 100 years old was able to refine the top prominent celestial pill, the overarching heaven pill. His talent in alchemy was shocking. In the profound heaven celestial sect's residence. What? That brat from the Tai celestial sect, who's not even 100 years old, managed to refine the overarching heaven pill. Impossible. He's not even 100 years old. Even if he's lucky enough to obtain a prominent celestial fire, it's impossible for him to refine a prominent celestial pill, like the overarching heaven pill. Fake news. This must be fake news. Bai Yu Xian, the young master of the profound heaven celestial sect, was waiting to see the Tai celestial sect make a fool of themselves. He did not expect the purple-clad young man from the Tai celestial sect would succeed in refining the overarching heaven pill. When he heard the news, the first thought that came to his mind was disbelief. What a joke! He had seen the purple-clad young man before, and could confirm that the purple-clad young man was indeed less than 100 years old. It was impossible for him to concoct the overarching heaven pill before he was even 100 years old. However, even if he didn't believe it, after Bai Yu Xian had someone confirm this matter multiple times, he had no choice but to believe it no matter how unwilling he was. The Tai celestial sect is so lucky? You actually found a celestial alchemist who is not even 100 years old. Bai Yu Xian's expression turned even more unsightly after he confirmed the news was true. No wonder that brat is so arrogant. As it turns out, he's a prominent celestial alchemist who can refine overarching heaven pills before he's even 100 years old. Bai Yu Xian knew very well, if the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai celestial sect was willing to join the profound heaven celestial sect, even Bai Yu Xian's father would treat him with respect. At that time, even Bai Yu Xian would not dare to offend him. I don't care who you are. Even if you're a prominent celestial alchemist who can refine overarching heaven pills before you're even 100 years old, and no matter how talented you are in alchemy, I, Bai Yu Xian, will definitely take the woman by your side. Bai Yu Xian's eyes suddenly emitted a cold light that was as sharp as a blade. In the compassionate celestial traveler sect's residence, Duan Lingtian? This name sounds familiar. The sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect had also heard the news. She instantly found the name Duan Lingtian familiar. Could it be that I've heard of the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai celestial sect before? The sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect thought to herself. At this moment, the sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect did not recall the name. Although she had heard of the name Duan Lingtian, it was not because he was an outstanding celestial alchemist. Instead, it was because the owner of this name was someone she had once sent people to kill. Moreover, the people she had sent to hunt him down had told her about the name after they returned to the compassionate celestial traveler sect. Duan Lingtian was the man she hated to the core for ruining her niece, Morong Bing's chastity. Apart from the sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect, no one else in the sect knew that Morong Bing was the niece of the sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect. Although the members of the compassionate celestial traveler sect knew the sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect doted on Morong Bing, they thought it was because of her outstanding talent in the celestial Tao. They did not expect the sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect to dote on Morong Bing, even if her talent in the celestial Tao was ordinary. After all, Morong Bing was her niece. Meanwhile, the residences of the top sects in the 6 southeastern regions were in an uproar as well. None of them expected this. Before the alchemy conference began, a celestial alchemist had already become famous due to his outstanding talent in alchemy. It was not hard to imagine how the name of this young prominent celestial alchemist would shake the borderlands in the future. Even the forces in the central area of the Southern Heaven Territory would extend an olive branch to him if they heard about such an outstanding alchemist in the borderlands. Perhaps, a prominent celestial alchemist who could refine the overarching heaven pill was not very attractive to most forces in the central area. However, once this prominent celestial alchemist who could refine the overarching heaven pill gained the title of younger than 100 years old, he would be highly sought after by the major forces in the central area. Moreover, he was able to refine the overarching heaven pill before he was even 100 years old. If such a celestial alchemist could obtain a higher grade celestial fire in the future, His future would be limitless. With Duan Lingtian's rise to fame in Alchemy City, the business of the Tai Celestial Sex Shop began to flourish. The number of customers entering and leaving the Tai Celestial Sex Shop was so high that it almost broke the threshold. For this reason, Situ Ming, Yang Chong, and Yu Zhongjing were extremely busy. However, since Duan Lingtian was no longer in the Tai Celestial Sex Shop, there were still many customers entering and exiting the Tai Celestial Sex Shop. However, the number of customers entering and exiting the Tai Celestial Sex Shop was not even half of what it was when Duan Lingtian was around. It seems that more than half of the guests from a few days ago came for alchemist Duan. At this time, Sitaming also realized this point. Master Duan is a prominent celestial alchemist who's able to refine the overarching heaven pill, even though he's younger than 100 years old. It's only natural that they're curious. Yang Chong said, "Why don't we invite Master Duan to visit our shop more often? That way, our sales will double." Sitaming suggested. Alas, his suggestion was rejected by Yang Chong and Yu Zhongjing. "Master Situ, don't tell me you want to rely on this to make a fortune? I'm already busy enough. If things continue like before, won't we die from exhaustion?" No. Compared to Yang Chong, Yu Zhongjing's reply was simple and direct. He directly rejected Situ Ming's suggestion. Meanwhile, in the residence of the Tai Celestial Sex members, including Duan Lingtian, a few days later, "I thought I would be able to enjoy a few days of peace after returning. I didn't expect it to be even more troublesome than the shop." Duan Lingtian, who had just sent away a few celestial alchemists, said to Hishan with a wry smile on his face, "Old ancestor, I can't take it anymore. I won't leave my room before the alchemy conference begins. Just tell them I'm in closed-door cultivation. Even if they say I'm arrogant and frivolous, I can't be bothered with them." Duan Lingtian said to Hishan after taking a deep breath. As soon as Duan Lingtian finished speaking, he left the main hall with Huan and returned to his residence without waiting for Hishan's reply. Over the past few days, more than a dozen celestial alchemists had come to visit him. They were either from powerful sects in the 6 southeastern regions, or were prominent celestial alchemists who could refine overarching heaven pills. The reason these people came was to get acquainted with Duan Lingtian, a prominent celestial alchemist who could refine overarching heaven pills before the age of 100, was worthy of respect from any celestial alchemist. At the same time, many celestial alchemists hoped to befriend Duan Lingtian before Duan Lingtian grew to become a celestial alchemist. In the beginning, Duan Lingtian did not want to meet these celestial alchemists. However, Hishan had asked him to entertain them on behalf of the Tai Celestial sect. A few days later, Duan Lingtian, who was not very fond of socializing and was not very good at it, finally lost his patience. He left Hishan a few words before he left. Only Hishan remained in the main hall with a wry smile on his face. If Duan Lingtian was only an elder of the Tai Celestial sect, Hishan would have scolded Duan Lingtian. However, Duan Lingtian was only a revered elder of the Tai Celestial sect. Moreover, he was a revered elder of the Tai Celestial sect. Even Hishan had to coax Duan Lingtian. For this reason, there was nothing Hishan could do about Duan Lingtian's refusal. From today onward, until the start of the alchemy conference, the Tai Celestial Sect's residence will be closed to all guests. Please forgive us. Very soon, the old ancestor of the Tai Celestial Sect made a declaration to the entire alchemy city. Many people who wanted to meet Duan Lingtian, and some celestial alchemists who wanted to befriend Duan Lingtian, could only stay outside the Tai Celestial Sect's residence. Time passed by quietly. Days passed one by one. Chapter 2855. The Alchemy Conference was jointly organized by the top forces in the 6 southeastern regions. It was held once every 30 years, and each region would take turns hosting it. This time, it was held in the Barren Land. There were alchemy cities in the 6 southeastern regions. They were built by the top sects in each region for the Alchemy Conference. Although the downtown area of Alchemy City was considered the center of the city, strictly speaking, It was only considered the periphery of the city center. The center of Alchemy City was a fenced-off area that was not open to the public. It was only open to the public during the Alchemy Conference. The Alchemy Conference would be held there. The Alchemy Plaza? Duan Lingtian only learned the name of the Alchemy Conference from Hishan and the others after they left for the Alchemy Conference. The Alchemy Square was shrouded in fog. Previously, Duan Lingtian had asked the old ancestor where the Alchemy Square was when he was strolling around the Alchemy Square. That's where the Alchemy Conference is held. It's only open to the public after the Alchemy Conference begins. It's usually shrouded by an illusory formation set up by the three major celestial sects of the Barren Land. This was what the old ancestor of the Tai-E celestial sect had told Duan Lingtian. Since Duan Lingtian did not ask further, the old ancestor of the Tai-E celestial sect did not tell him that the Alchemy Plaza was where the Alchemy Conference was held. The Alchemy Plaza was a vast plaza with a stone platform in the center. Some chairs were placed on the platform that faced the four corners of the plaza. Old ancestor, I don't think those chairs are enough for the high-ranking officials from the top sects in the 6 southeastern regions, right? Duan Lingtian asked Hishan as he looked at the chairs on the stone platform in the center of the Alchemy Plaza. There were only 8 chairs on the stone platform. They faced the Alchemy Plaza in 4 different directions. Every 2 chairs faced one direction. There were 22 top sects in the 6 southeastern regions. Even if there was only one high-ranking official from each top sect, there would not be enough seats. Master Duan, those chairs aren't for us. Hishan smiled faintly and said, those chairs are for the people from the Alliance of Celestial Masters. The Alliance of Celestial Masters? Upon hearing Hishan's words, Duan Lingtian was stunned. He was familiar with the Alliance of Celestial Masters. It was an alliance of celestial alchemists and celestial weapons craftsmen in the Devata realms. Moreover, every time a celestial alchemist or celestial weapon craftsman reached a new level, they would be able to obtain a set of celestial master robes from the Alliance of Celestial Masters. On the other hand, the members of the Alliance of Celestial Masters were either celestial alchemists or celestial blacksmiths. Moreover, they were willing to work for the Alliance of Celestial Masters without any remuneration. Most of the people in charge of the Alliance of Celestial Masters were rogue cultivators. After all, there was no lack of high-grade celestial alchemists and celestial blacksmiths in the Alliance of Celestial Masters. After all, even sectless cultivators did not dare to provoke the members of the Alliance of Celestial Masters. On the other hand, high-grade celestial alchemists and celestial blacksmiths had their own connections. If one were to offend the Alliance of Celestial Masters, one would offend these high-grade celestial alchemists and celestial blacksmiths. Yes, Hishan nodded. The Alliance of Celestial Masters is invited to host the Alchemy Conference in the 6 southeastern regions. Most of the people from the Alliance of Celestial Masters are top-grade celestial alchemists and sectless cultivators. Hishan continued to speak. Sectless cultivators? Duan Lingtian was taken aback. Most of the top-grade celestial alchemists in the Alliance of Celestial Masters are sectless cultivators. They have many powerful sectless cultivators by their side. Every time they traveled to the Alchemy Conference in the 6 southeastern regions, sectless cultivators would accompany them. Hishan continued to say, generally, the sectless cultivators who attend the Alchemy Conference with the top-grade celestial alchemists are rare. The strongest ones are 10 Directions Celestial Dukes, while the weakest ones are 9 Palaces Celestial Dukes. The old ancestor's expression turned grave as he spoke. 10 Directions Celestial Dukes? 9 Palaces Celestial Dukes? Duan Lingtian was shocked. He did not expect there to be such powerful sectless cultivators in the borderlands of the Southern Heaven Territory. He had thought only the top forces in the 6 southeastern regions had 9 Palaces Celestial Dukes and 10 Directions Celestial Dukes. However, Hishan's words gave him a new understanding of the borderlands of the Southern Heaven Territory. As it turned out, apart from the top sects in the borderlands, there were many hidden talents among the sectless cultivators as well. Duan Lingtian was about to ask Hishan how many top-grade celestial alchemists the Alliance of Celestial Masters would send to the alchemy conference. At this moment, a disdainful voice rang in Duan Lingtian's ears. You want to exchange your broken box for a Duke-grade celestial method or divine ability? You must be out of your mind. Duan Lingtian glanced over and saw the person who spoke was a middle-aged man with a valiant appearance. He was talking to an old man. The old man was short and had an ancient box in his hand. In response to the middle-aged man's provocation, he said indifferently, My grandmaster obtained this box in a little world left behind by a celestial lord. It's not an ordinary box. Humph. The disdainful expression on the middle-aged man's face deepened when he heard the old man's words. My divine consciousness can easily penetrate the box in your hand and see that it's empty. Do you think I'm stupid? If I open the box and there's nothing inside, will you give me 10,000 primitive celestial crystals? As he spoke, the middle-aged man smiled coldly. If you can open the box, I'll give it to you for free. When the old man heard the middle-aged man's words, he calmly said, My grandmaster was an 8 trigram celestial duke before he left the 6 southeastern regions for the central area of the Southern Heaven territory. However, even he couldn't open this box. I wouldn't want this broken box, even if you gave it to me for free. However, since you're willing to let me open it, I'll open it for you. After the middle-aged man took the ancient box from the old man's hand, he tried to open it. However, after a long time, the box remained tightly shut. There were no signs of it loosening at all. How's this possible? The middle-aged man's face flushed red with indignation. However, there was nothing he could do. After all, he could not open the box at all. It's indeed an empty box. My divine consciousness can easily penetrate the box as well. I'm certain it's empty. However, why is it so difficult to open a box that can easily penetrate the box with our divine consciousness? Based on the fluctuation of celestial origin energy, when he opened the box earlier, I can tell he's at least a celestial duke. This box is really strange. There's nothing inside, but even a celestial duke can't open it. The argument between the middle-aged man and the old man attracted the attention of Duan Lingtian and the others who had just entered the alchemy square. They extended their divine senses and enveloped the box in the middle-aged man's hand. They could clearly see that the box was empty. It's indeed an empty box. The old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect's voice rang in Duan Lingtian's ears. Clearly, the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect had probed the box with his divine consciousness out of curiosity. Upon hearing the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect's words, Duan Lingtian extended his divine consciousness toward the box as well. He thought that he would encounter some obstacles, but he didn't expect that he would be unimpeded all the way. He easily found the details of the box. It's indeed empty. Duan Lingtian's divine consciousness told him this. Let me try. The old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect stepped forward and walked toward the middle-aged man. It's Hishan, the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect. Many people recognized the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect as soon as he stepped forward. He's the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect? I saw him outside the Tai celestial sect's shop more than 20 days ago. He's indeed the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect. Since the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect is here, Master Duan must be here as well, right? There he is. That's Master Duan. He's Master Duan? As expected, he's not even 100 years old. A monster. What a monster. After the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect was recognized, it did not take long before someone noticed Duan Lingtian. A commotion broke out in the crowd. However, the most eye-catching thing was the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect, who had taken the ancient box. Everyone's attention shifted from Duan Lingtian to the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect. To be more precise, they were looking at the ancient box in the old ancestor's hand. Can I try it? The old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect looked at the owner of the box and asked with narrowed eyes. You said that even an 8 trigram celestial duke can't open it. Yes, Senior Hishan. After learning about the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect, The old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect hurriedly said, Senior Hishan, I know you're an 8 trigram celestial duke. It's my honor that you're willing to open the box in front of everyone. All right. With the old ancestor's approval, the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect gathered his strength and tried to open the ancient box. At the same time, the crowd stared at the box in the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect. It was no secret that the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect was an 8 trigram celestial duke. Everyone was curious about the box. Would the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect, who was an 8 trigram celestial duke, be able to open the ancient box? Boy, there's something good in this box. You must obtain it. When the profound divine metal wakes up, we'll help you open it. Otherwise, only a celestial lord or stronger would be able to open it. As the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect tried to open the ancient box, an old voice rang from Duan Lingtian's body. It's the Chaos Divine Flame's voice. Chapter 2856. Senior, the feedback my divine sense is giving me is that there is nothing in this box. The Chaos Divine Flame's voice rang in Duan Lingtian's mind again, shocking him greatly. That's because there are several small formations set up inside the box. Unless one is a celestial emperor or above, they won't be able to see through these formations. The Chaos Divine Flame's voice continued. The feedback you're talking about is nothing more than the illusion created by those few small formations. Once you obtain the item in the box, it'll be equivalent to having 3 life-saving talismans. You must obtain this box. The Chaos Divine Flame continued to say. You must obtain it. At the same time, the Chaos Divine Flame's voice turned slightly sluggish as it said, I'll continue to sleep. I'll wake up in a month's time, and wake up the profound divine metal. At that time, the profound divine metal should have enough energy to wake up as well. At that time, I'll join forces with it to help you open the box. Of course, that's only if you can obtain the box. The Chaos Divine Flame's voice finally disappeared. No matter how hard Duan Lingtian tried to call out to it, there was no response. Earlier, the Chaos Divine Flame said that only celestial lords and above can open the box? Only experts at the Immortal Emperor realm and above can see through a few of the formations inside. Everyone, including the old ancestor, used their divine consciousness to probe the box, but they didn't find anything because of the formations? Although Duan Lingtian found the Chaos Divine Flame's words ridiculous, he still chose to believe it. No matter what, the primal Chaos Divine Flame still existed in his body. It was one of his greatest assets. He could refine pills because of the Chaos Divine Flame. Moreover, the Chaos Divine Flame seemed to be in its 3rd form. Its 3rd form was equivalent to a prominent celestial fire, but it was much stronger than a prominent celestial fire. For this reason, Duan Lingtian was more willing to believe the Chaos Divine Flame's words compared to his own divine consciousness. I can't open it. I really can't open it. It seems like this box isn't simple. Even Hishan, an 8 trigram celestial duke, can't open it. Duan Lingtian had just returned to his senses when he heard a burst of whispers. It was a group of onlookers talking in low voices. Upon hearing their words, Duan Lingtian looked at Hishan, old ancestor. Hishan's face was slightly flushed, and the celestial origin energy in his hand surged as he tried to open the ancient box. However, no matter how much the celestial origin energy in Hishan's hand surged out, the box did not budge at all. Clearly, the 8 trigrams Immortal Monarch was not strong enough to open the box. In fact, based on Hishan's effort, even a 9 palaces celestial duke or a 10 directions celestial duke might not be able to open the box. I can't open this box. In the end, he, old ancestor, also realized that he did not have the ability to open the box in his hand, so he admitted it. At the same time, Hishan looked at the owner of the box, the old man, and said, Indeed, this box isn't simple. If we can control its opening and closing, we can use it to store precious items. In that case, it can be considered a treasure as well. However, the problem now is that we can use our divine consciousness to probe the box. There's nothing in it, and the box can't be opened. Therefore, this box isn't very valuable. Hishan old ancestor looked at the old man and said, Senior Hishan, it doesn't matter if you believe me or not. This box was obtained from a little world left behind by a celestial lord. My master wouldn't lie to me, and it's impossible for him to lie to me, the old man said solemnly to Tai old ancestor. I didn't say you were lying. Hishan shook his head and returned the box to the old man. I just want to say that this box isn't very valuable. At the very least, those below the celestial king realm shouldn't be able to open it. If you can't open it, and there's nothing in it, it'll be difficult for you to exchange it for a Duke-grade celestial method or divine ability. Hishan said. Humph. Did you hear that? Senior Hishan said it's impossible for anyone to exchange a Duke-grade celestial method or divine ability for a broken box like this. The middle-aged man said. Hishan's words were like hitting a snake with a stick. Upon hearing this, the old man fell silent again. In fact, at this moment he could not help but waver. Indeed, it was impossible for his master to lie to him. In that case, was it possible that his grandmaster had lied to his master? After all, he had never met his grandmaster, and did not know what kind of person his grandmaster was. He could only learn about his grandmaster from his master. Moreover, his master was only a nominal disciple of his grandmaster. He had only stayed by his grandmaster's side for half a month. His master did not know much about his grandmaster's background. This simple and unadorned box was the only thing his grandmaster had left behind for his master when he left. With his divine consciousness, he could see that there was nothing in the box. His master did not think there was anything in the box as well. His master had only thought of the box as a souvenir for his grandmaster. He did not think about the value of the box at all. Now that his master had been killed, he planned to use the box to exchange for a Duke-grade celestial method or divine ability. Only then would he be able to personally avenge his master. Did my grandmaster really obtain this box from the little world left behind by a celestial lord? At this moment, the old man was filled with doubts. It was also possible that his grandmaster had casually lied to his master in order to show off the preciousness of this box. This old man actually wants to exchange such a useless thing for a Duke-grade celestial method or divine ability. Isn't he trying to get something for nothing? Public morals are degenerating with each passing day. Does he think we're 3-year-old children who can be easily fooled? Only a fool would exchange a Duke-grade celestial method or a Duke-grade divine ability for this box. I agree. As soon as the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect finished speaking, the onlookers also discovered that there was nothing in the box with their divine consciousness. For this reason, they all thought the old man was a liar. The old man's face flushed red with embarrassment when he heard the whispers. Let's disperse. He's just a liar. There's no need to waste our time on him. Yes, let's disperse. Just as the onlookers were about to leave, a voice rang in the air. What kind of Duke-grade celestial method or divine ability do you intend to exchange the box for? Duan Lingtian stepped forward and asked the old man who was about to leave. Upon hearing Duan Lingtian's words, the onlookers who were about to leave stopped in their tracks. Their eyes were filled with disbelief as they looked at Duan Lingtian, the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai celestial sect. Is he planning to exchange a Duke-grade celestial method or divine ability for the old man's box? He's not that stupid, right? I don't think he's that stupid. I think he's just trying to see how greedy the old man is. That's right. Perhaps the old man will say he wants to exchange the box for a triple-trait Duke-grade celestial method or divine ability. When Duan Lingtian called out to the old man, the onlookers who were about to leave decided to stay and watch the show instead. Huh. Is the woman standing next to the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai celestial sect the Peerless Beauty? That's right. That's her. It's said that the young master of the profound heaven celestial sect had a conflict with the Tai celestial sect because of her. She's really a femme fatale. However, this woman is indeed worthy of being called a peerless beauty. At this moment, the onlookers were no longer in a hurry to look away from Duan Lingtian. Therefore, they noticed Huan, who was holding Duan Lingtian's hand. For a moment, all of them who had seen Huaner's true appearance were in awe of her. Master Duan. Based on the whispers of the onlookers, the old man knew Duan Lingtian was not simple, even though he was not even 100 years old. He was the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai celestial sect. He was a prominent celestial alchemist who could refine overarching heaven pills. I only plan to exchange this box for a single Duke-grade celestial method, or divine ability. Apart from assist-type Duke-grade celestial methods, I'm fine with anything else. The old man looked at Duan Lingtian and replied. Like the onlookers, he did not think Duan Lingtian was interested in the box, and wanted to exchange it for a Duke-grade celestial method, or divine ability. However, since Duan Lingtian's identity was not simple, he did not dare to ignore him. Old ancestor. Under the shocked gazes of the onlookers, Duan Lingtian looked at Hishan and asked, I really want this box. I wonder if I can exchange the Duke-grade celestial method, or divine ability of the Tai celestial sect for this box. I really want this box. The moment Duan Lingtian's words left his mouth, it shocked the group of people present on the scene. Even the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect was stunned for a moment before he regained his senses. He looked at Duan Lingtian and said, Master Duan, as I said earlier, this box. Old ancestor, I really want this box. Hishan was about to repeat what he had said to the old man, when Duan Lingtian interrupted him. Duan Lingtian looked at him solemnly, waiting for his reply. This was the first time the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect had seen Duan Lingtian so serious. After a few breaths, the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect finally nodded. Chapter 2857. Hishan, the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect, felt the old man's ancient box was not worth exchanging a single Duke-grade celestial method, or divine ability for. However, seeing how serious Duan Lingtian was about it, he could not refuse Duan Lingtian. Put aside the fact that Duan Lingtian had obtained an offensive-defensive Duke-grade celestial method, and an offensive-defensive Duke-grade divine ability for the Tai celestial sect, he would be able to obtain many benefits for the Tai celestial sect during the alchemy conference. If Duan Lingtian wanted to share the Duke-grade celestial method and divine ability of the Tai celestial sect, the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect would not object, even if he shared it with everyone present. Thank you, old ancestor. Although Duan Lingtian knew the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect would not refuse him, he could not help but smile when he received the old ancestor's permission. He could use the Duke-grade celestial method and divine ability he won from the supporting Sun celestial sect, and the Thousand Leaves celestial sect to exchange for the ancient box. However, before he completely mastered the celestial method and divine ability, they could only be considered as the sole copy of the celestial method and divine ability, since he could not inscribe them in the memory celestial talisman. On the other hand, the Tai celestial sect could take out the 3 Duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities at any time. It would not affect the Tai celestial sect at all. Meanwhile, the crowd of onlookers finally recovered from their shock. When Duan Lingtian asked for the Duke-grade celestial method and divine ability from the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect, they were shocked. For a moment, they even thought Duan Lingtian had lost his mind. Even the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect said the box was not worth a single Duke-grade celestial method or divine ability. However, Duan Lingtian insisted on exchanging it for the Duke-grade celestial method and divine ability. How could he not be crazy? Does Master Duan know what he's doing? Even if the old man only wants to exchange the box for a Duke-grade celestial method or divine ability, is the box really worth it? Even the old ancestor Yuan Shan said that it's not worth it. Yet, Master Duan is still so obstinate. How foolish. I really don't know what he wants to do. Could it be that he believed the old man's words and thought that this box was really obtained from the small world left behind by a celestial emperor? After the crowd regained their senses, they looked at Duan Lingtian again, as if they were looking at a fool, an idiot. Master Duan, Situming, Yang Chong, and Yu Zhongjing originally wanted to persuade Duan Lingtian, but when they saw the serious expression on Duan Lingtian's face, they immediately shut their mouths. They had known Duan Lingtian for a long time, but this was their first time seeing Duan Lingtian so serious. When they saw the seriousness in Duan Lingtian's eyes, they knew they would not be able to persuade Duan Lingtian, so they did not say anything else. Huan on the other hand, remained silent as she stood next to Duan Lingtian. In Huan opinion, no matter what her brother Lingtian did, he was always right. Even if he was criticized by everyone, she would still believe in him. Taking a step back, Duan Lingtian said, even if her brother Lingtian wanted to share her Duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities with others, she would not hesitate to give away all her Duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities, as long as her brother Lingtian needed them. As long as her brother Lingtian was happy with it, she would be happy. Master Duan, why you're not joking, right? At this moment, even the owner of the quaint box, the old man, looked at Duan Lingtian skeptically. He was afraid Duan Lingtian was joking with him. I'm not joking. Duan Lingtian looked at the old man and said, the Tai Celestial Sect has a movement Duke-grade celestial method, an assist-type Duke-grade divine ability, and an offensive-type Duke-grade divine ability. Pick one. Duan Lingtian allowed the old man to choose one of the Tai Celestial Sect's Duke-grade celestial method or divine ability. Master Duan, why you're serious? Even at this moment, the old man still felt it was unrealistic. After all, Shan, the old ancestor of the Tai Celestial Sect, had just criticized his box. Now the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai Celestial Sect wanted to trade a Duke-grade celestial method or divine ability with him. He was afraid Duan Lingtian was only joking with him. I don't have time to joke with you. Duan Lingtian frowned when faced with the old man's repeated questioning. He said impatiently, are you going to trade or not? Forget it if you don't want to trade. In any case, I'm just curious about your box, since even a 10 Directions Celestial Duke wouldn't be able to open it. It's not necessary for me to obtain it. Duan Lingtian grew increasingly impatient as he spoke. The old man's heart skipped a beat when he heard Duan Lingtian's words. Trade. Trade. Of course. Upon hearing Duan Lingtian's words, the old man realized Duan Lingtian was not joking. He was afraid Duan Lingtian would go back on his words. Master Duan, I want the assist-type Duke-grade divine ability from the Tai Celestial Sect. After the old man finished speaking, he looked at Duan Lingtian anxiously. He was afraid Duan Lingtian would go back on his words. If that happened, he might not be able to exchange the box for a Duke-grade celestial method or divine ability. Old ancestor. Duan Lingtian looked at Shan and asked, I don't have a memory celestial talisman for the assist-type Duke-grade divine ability. Do you have one? Before he came to Alchemy City in the Barren Land to participate in the Alchemy Conference, he had obtained a memory celestial talisman for a Duke-grade celestial method and a Duke-grade divine ability from the sect leader of the Tai Celestial Sect. After all, he had the heaven-grade elementary devouring tactic, so he was not in a hurry to comprehend the assist-type Duke-grade divine ability. The strength of an assist-type Duke-grade divine ability was, at most, on par with the elementary devouring tactic. It would take a long time to comprehend an assistive monarch divine ability to the extreme. By then, he might be able to obtain an assistive monarch divine ability, or even a higher-grade assistive divine ability. For this reason, he had only given the sect leader of the Tai Celestial Sect the memory celestial talisman for the movement and offensive divine ability. Yes, Shan nodded. At the same time, he took out a memory celestial talisman and passed it to Duan Lingtian. Duan Lingtian took the memory celestial talisman and passed it to the old man without even looking at it. Check it yourself. If there's no problem, pass me the box. I trust Senior Shan and Master Duan. When Duan Lingtian passed the memory celestial talisman to him, the old man passed the box in his hand to Duan Lingtian. At the same time, he took the memory celestial talisman as though it was a precious treasure. After a while, the old man began to check the memory celestial talisman. That's right. Thank you, Master Duan. Thank you, Senior Shan. After a few breaths, the old man confirmed the memory celestial talisman contained an assist-type Duke-grade divine ability. He thanked Duan Lingtian and the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect. After thanking them, the old man left. However, as soon as he left, a few people followed him. It was obvious these people were coveting the memory celestial talisman that the old man had just obtained. After all, it contained a Duke-grade divine ability. Duan Lingtian frowned slightly when he saw this. However, his frown quickly disappeared. Since he dares to exchange for a Duke-grade celestial method and divine ability in front of so many people, he must be confident he'll be able to keep them. Even if he can't keep it, he can only blame himself for being unlucky. After experiencing 2 lifetimes, Duan Lingtian had been through a lot in this lifetime. He was already numb to killing people and seizing their treasures. Even if he stepped forward to stop those people, he would only be able to stop them for a short while. Master Duan, let's go. The sect leader of the Martial Dragon Celestial Sect saw me earlier and greeted me through voice transmission. Let's go over there, the old ancestor of the Tai Celestial Sect said as he looked at Duan Lingtian. From the beginning until the end, he did not even look at the quaint box in Duan Lingtian's hand. After all, he had already inspected the box. In his opinion, Duan Lingtian was only interested in the box out of curiosity. Willful. This was his opinion of Duan Lingtian's behavior. Duan Lingtian had used a Duke-grade divine ability to exchange for a worthless box. If this was not willful, then what was? Naturally, he knew Duan Lingtian had the ability to act willfully. Although he did not agree with Duan Lingtian's decision to exchange a Duke-grade divine ability for the box, he would not reject Duan Lingtian's decision, even if he had to exchange 3 Duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities from the Tai celestial sect. In his opinion, Duan Lingtian's value was not something 3 Duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities could compare to. It was not worth upsetting Duan Lingtian over such a trivial matter. All right. Duan Lingtian nodded when he heard Hishan's words. Then he brought Huan Sitaming and Sitaming with him as they followed after the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect. After Duan Lingtian and the others left, the onlookers dispersed as well. However, although the group of people dispersed one after another, their mouths did not stop for a moment, and they were still there chattering endlessly. I really don't understand why the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect didn't stop Duan Lingtian and let him do as he pleases. That's right. The old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect said the box is worthless, but he still allowed Duan Lingtian to do as he pleases. I really don't understand. What's there to be confused about? Don't forget that Master Duan is a prominent celestial alchemist who can refine the overarching heaven pill. It's not a big deal for the Tai celestial sect to give up a Duke-grade celestial method and divine ability just to curry favor with such a celestial alchemist. Half a month ago, Master Duan won a dual-trait Duke-grade celestial method and a dual-trait Duke-grade divine ability from the supporting Sun celestial sect and the Thousand Leaves celestial sect. If the Tai celestial sect doesn't want to curry favor with him, do they still want the Duke-grade celestial method and divine ability? Chapter 2858. With Duan Lingtian's hearing, it was only natural that he heard the voice of the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect. However, he did not mind it at all. He believed the Chaos Divine Flame would not lie to him, and there was no need for it to lie to him. Once you obtain the item in the box, it's equivalent to having 3 life-saving talismans. You must obtain this box. These were the Chaos Divine Flame's exact words. Based on Duan Lingtian's speculation, the Chaos Divine Flame must have been aware of the situation around him and knew he was surrounded by celestial dukes. Under such circumstances, the Chaos Divine Flame still said that obtaining the item in the box was equivalent to having 3 life-saving talismans. This meant that the item in the box might give him 3 chances to not be afraid of celestial dukes. At the very least, he should not be afraid of most celestial dukes. Moreover, according to the primal Chaos Divine Flame, only celestial lords and above can see through the secrets of the box. If that's the case, the item in the box might even pose a threat to celestial kings. With this thought in mind, Duan Lingtian looked at the quaint box in his hand again. His eyes lit up as he looked forward to the item in the box. Duan Lingtian stared at the quaint box for a while longer, before he put it away. Senior Hishan. At this moment, a familiar voice rang in Duan Lingtian's ears. It brought him back to his senses. When he regained his senses, he saw the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect had gathered with another group of people. The leader of the group of people was a tall and burly middle-aged man, with a face full of stubble. He looked unkempt, but his robe was clean, as though there was not even a speck of dust on it. However, this unkempt man had gastritis between his eyebrows as he stood there. It was obvious that he had been in a high position for a long time. It was not something that could be cultivated overnight. He was the one who greeted the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect. Chai Kongyu, the sect leader of the martial dragon celestial sect. With just a glance, Duan Lingtian recognized the person standing in front of him. It was none other than the sect leader of the martial dragon celestial sect, whom he had met before entering the little world, left behind by the celestial king. This was his third time meeting Chai Kongyu. The first time was before he entered the little world. The second time was after he left the little world. This was the third time. Sect leader Chai, long time no see. The old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect smiled faintly when he heard Chai Kongyu's greeting. I thought that old man Tung Yun Shan, the sect leader of the martial dragon celestial alchemy, is the sect of the alchemy conference of the Tai celestial sect. Tung of the old ancestor of the Tai sect. He was the father of Tung Qing, an elder of the martial dragon celestial sect, who had a conflict with Duan Lingtian, and was killed by Tai He, the current supreme elder of the Tai celestial sect. Due to the incident with Tung Qing, Tung Yunshan had decided to show himself. Tung Yunshan had even visited the Tai celestial sect. Duan Lingtian had also met him, and could sense his hostility. However, Duan Lingtian did not know why Tung Yunshan was hostile to him. The old ancestor has recently comprehended something, and is in closed-door cultivation. Therefore, I'm the one who's leading the Tai celestial sect. I thought sect leader Bai Ping would be the one leading the Tai celestial sect. Chai Kongyu replied with a smile. When the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect nodded, he shifted his gaze to Duan Lingtian. Master Duan, we meet again. Chai Kongyu greeted Duan Lingtian with a smile. Based on his tone, it was obvious they were very close. Those who did not know better would think he was close to Duan Lingtian. Sect leader Chai. Duan Lingtian nodded slightly at Chai Kongyu as a form of greeting. Previously, I was wondering why Master Situ and the others are willing to acknowledge you as the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai celestial sect. Now I finally understand, Chai Kongyu exclaimed. As it turns out, Master Duan, you're a prominent celestial alchemist who can refine overarching heaven pills. Moreover, you're not even 100 years old. Chai Kongyu said with an envious expression on his face. I'm really envious of the Tai celestial sect for having a celestial alchemist like you. You flatter me, sect leader Chai. Duan Lingtian replied humbly. Master Duan, there's no need to be so humble. Even the two revered alchemists from the martial dragon celestial sect want to get to know you. As Chai Kongyu spoke, he introduced the two revered alchemists to Duan Lingtian. These two men were prominent celestial alchemists of the martial dragon celestial sect. They did not dare to put on airs in front of Duan Lingtian. This was because Duan Lingtian was a prominent celestial alchemist who could refine the overarching heaven pill, even though he was not even 100 years old. While Duan Lingtian was busy dealing with the two revered alchemists from the martial dragon celestial sect, Senior Hishan, sect leader Chai. A woman's voice that Duan Lingtian seemed to have heard somewhere before resonated in the air. For a moment, it attracted Duan Lingtian's attention, causing him to immediately turn around. With just a glance, Duan Lingtian saw a group of people walking toward him. The person in the lead was a green-clad woman, Jianxiu Luo, the sect leader of the Thousand Spiders celestial sect. With just a glance, Duan Lingtian recognized the green-clad woman as Jianxiu Luo, the sect leader of the Thousand Spiders celestial sect. Similar to Chai Kongyu, the sect leader of the martial dragon celestial sect. This was Duan Lingtian's third time meeting Jian Xiaoluo. When Jian Xiaoluo brought her group over to greet He Shan and Chai Kongyu, the sect leader of the martial dragon celestial sect, Duan Lingtian saw Jian Xiaoluo. Zhou Shuqiu was among the group of people from the 1,000 Feet celestial sect. Duan Lingtian, I heard from Liu Luo that she went to look for you. She also told you that Bing came to Alchemy City in the Barren Land. When Duan Lingtian saw Zhou Shuqiu also saw Duan Lingtian. She immediately sent a voice transmission to Duan Lingtian. Why didn't you look for Bing? Zhou Shuqiu questioned Duan Lingtian when she reached the end of her sentence. In the past, before she learned that Duan Lingtian could refine overarching heaven pills, Zhou Shuqiu would not have thought much of it even if Duan Lingtian did not look for Morong Bing. After all, if Duan Lingtian went to look for Morong Bing, his life would be in danger. The prominent celestial alchemist from the 1,000 Spider celestial sect replied through voice transmission. So it's the Arhat of the blissful sect. May I know why you're looking for Master Duan? Chapter 2859. Although He Shan ignored the Arhat from the blissful sect, his tone was as indifferent as when he spoke to the young master of the profound heaven celestial sect. No matter what, he was the old ancestor of the Tai Yi celestial sect. He was the strongest person in the Tai Yi celestial sect. Even if a junior was from a sect stronger than the Tai Yi celestial sect, he was not qualified to bow to him. The old ancestor of the blissful sect was only concerned about the Arhat from the blissful sect. After all, the Arhat from the blissful sect was the next sect leader of the blissful sect. It was only natural for him to show respect to the Arhat from the blissful sect. The Arhat from the blissful sect was a young monk dressed in a silver kasaya. Apart from the 9 rings on his head, there was also a large cinnabar mole between his eyebrows. The young monk's looks were not bad. If he had normal hair, he could barely be considered a handsome man. However, this young monk's face seemed to be filled with a condescending arrogance at all times, unknowingly keeping others at a distance of 1,000 miles. You're He Shan, the 8 trigrams celestial duke from the Tai Yi celestial sect? As soon as He Shan finished speaking, the Arhat from the blissful sect turned to look at He Shan and asked loudly, "What's the matter?" "I'm He Shan." Although He Shan had heard of the Arhat from the blissful sect, he had never met him before. Seeing that the other party had called him by his name so rudely, his tone had completely changed. It had become somewhat cold. "It's good that you're here. The blissful sect wants Duan Lingtian from the Tai Yi celestial sect. You let him out." The Arhat from the blissful sect did not beat around the bush as he said, "Naturally, you can refuse. However, you'll only be humiliating yourself if you refuse. Therefore, you'd better think carefully before you make a decision." When the Arhat of the blissful sect finished speaking, he gave He Shan a deep threatening look. Ha ha ha. He Shan burst into laughter when he heard the Arhat from the blissful sect. He Shan was so angry that he laughed for a long time. "What are you laughing at?" The expression of the Arhat of the blissful sect darkened when he saw this. Killing intent flashed in his eyes when he looked at He Shan again. After a long while He Shan finally stopped laughing. He glanced at the Arhat of the blissful sect and said, "You're right. If they hadn't told me that you're the Arhat of the blissful sect, I really wouldn't have believed that the blissful sect would be so blind as to allow a brat like you to become their Arhat." Although the Tai Yi celestial sect isn't as strong as the blissful sect, we're still one of the top sects in the 6 southeastern regions. In terms of seniority, you're several generations younger than me. It's one thing for you to not greet me as a junior, but you're actually threatening me? But do you think I would care about your threats? He Shan looked at the Arhat of the blissful sect disdainfully, as a contemptuous smile appeared on his face. Of course, he was wary of the blissful sect. However, he did not care about a mere bodhisattva. "You." Just as the Arhat of the blissful sect was about to lash out at He Shan, the Arhat of the blissful sect turned red with anger. A loud and energetic voice rang out, and the tone was filled with doting love. Why have you come here alone?" Accompanying the voice was a middle-aged monk with a jade-like complexion and wearing a golden kasaya. There were 5 people following him. Among the 5 people, only one was a monk. The other 4 were dressed in ordinary clothes and had normal hair on their heads. Clearly, these 4 people were prominent celestial alchemists of the blissful sect. As for the elderly monk, he must have a high status in the blissful sect, since he was able to attend the alchemy conference with the blissful sect. Grandmaster. When the group of people from the blissful sect arrived, the arrogance on the Arhat's face disappeared and was replaced by a smile. As he smiled, he took 2 steps forward to welcome the newcomer. After a while, the group of people from the blissful sect walked toward the people from the Tai-E celestial sect, the martial dragon celestial sect, and the thousand spiders celestial sect. Greetings, Senior Lian, Senior Lian. When the group of people from the blissful sect arrived, the sect leaders of the martial dragon celestial sect and the thousand spiders celestial sect immediately bowed and greeted the middle-aged monk. Their tone was even more respectful than when they greeted the old ancestor of the Tai-E celestial sect. Hishan, you're getting worse and worse. Do you feel a sense of accomplishment for putting on airs in front of a junior? The middle-aged monk nodded at Jian Qiluo and Chai Kongyu as a form of greeting. Then he looked at Hishan, old ancestor. Senior Lian. Hishan's expression was solemn when he saw the middle-aged monk. However, when he heard the middle-aged monk's greeting, he smiled apologetically and said, So this Arhat is your grand disciple, Senior Lian? At this moment, Duan Lingtian, who had his back facing the group of people from the blissful sect, turned around. He was curious. What kind of person could make Hishan, the old ancestor of the Tai-E celestial sect, lower his head? Until now, this was his first time seeing someone who could make Hishan lower his head. Whether it was the young master of the profound heaven celestial sect, or the Arhat of the blissful sect, Hishan had never lowered his head. When Duan Lingtian turned around, he saw the leader of the group of people from the blissful sect. He was a middle-aged monk with an extraordinary appearance. However, when Duan Lingtian looked into his emotionless eyes, he felt a sense of danger. Lian, Master Sidhu has mentioned this name to me before. During the journey from the wasteland to Alchemy City in the Barren region, Duan Lingtian learned a lot about the top sects in the 6 southeastern regions from Sitaming, including some of the powerhouses in the top sections. That's right. Isn't Master Sidhu the strongest person in the 6 southeastern regions, who's not a 10 directions celestial duke? He's said to be invincible in the 6 southeastern regions, who's not a 10 directions celestial duke. He's a powerful 9 palaces celestial duke. A moment later, a thought flashed in Duan Lingtian's mind as he recalled everything. Lian was one of the 2 old ancestors of the blissful sect. He was widely acknowledged as the strongest 9 palaces celestial duke in the 6 southeastern regions. The other old ancestor of the blissful sect was a 10 directions celestial duke. He was the only 10 directions celestial duke in the blissful sect. Hishan, if I'm not mistaken, you seem to have a problem with the person who chose the Arhat of the blissful sect. I, Lian, am the one who chose Fan, to be the Arhat of the blissful sect. Earlier, did you say I have poor judgment? You mean you have a good eye? The middle-aged monk from the blissful sect, Lian, who was one of the 2 old ancestors of the blissful sect, said angrily as he approached the people from the Tai-E celestial sect. Senior Lian, Hishan, the old ancestor of the Tai-E celestial sect, was about to say something. Accompanied by a cold snort, a powerful chi wave suddenly swept out from Lian's body. Before most people could react, it had already slammed into their bodies. That said, even though this wave of air was extremely powerful and ferocious when it swept out, it strangely turned into a gentle breeze the instant it struck the crowd. It only lightly blew at the ends of the crowd's hair and ropes. Based on this, one could see Lian's control over his strength. How powerful! Due to the difference in their cultivation bases, by the time Duan Lingtian regained his senses, the shockwave had already passed. At this moment, a painful groan resonated in Duan Lingtian's ears. He looked in the direction of the sound, and saw the old ancestor of the Tai-E celestial sect was covering one of his eyes. Thank you for showing mercy, Senior Lian. When the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect removed his hand, Duan Lingtian and the others discovered that the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect's left eye was a bloody mess. Based on the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect's words, it was clear that Lian had destroyed his left eye. Although the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect was thanking Lian for showing mercy, Duan Lingtian could clearly see the fury in the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect's eyes. What a joke! No one would sincerely thank another person for showing mercy if they lost an eye to another person. The old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect was clearly trying to appease Lian indeed. I've shown mercy by leaving you an eye, Lian said indifferently. The old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect said, from the beginning until the end, it was as though he had done something insignificant. Is this the power of a 9 palaces celestial duke? When Duan Lingtian saw the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect, the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect, not daring to say a word, he finally understood how terrifying a 9 palaces celestial duke was. Naturally, Duan Lingtian knew the reason the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect was so cowardly was because Lian was widely acknowledged as the strongest 9 palaces celestial duke in the 6 southeastern regions. Moreover, over the years, there was a saying in the 6 southeastern regions. The next 10 directions celestial duke in the 6 southeastern regions would most likely be Lian. This is the power of a powerhouse in a world where only the strong are respected. Although the Tai celestial sect might have powerhouses secretly guarding the sect, as long as they don't cross the line, they won't interfere. Moreover, who's to say the blissful sect doesn't have a hidden powerhouse secretly protecting it? Chapter 2860. At this moment, Duan Lingtian could not help but feel how insignificant he was. Put aside the top powerhouses in the Devata realms, such as celestial emperors and celestial lords, Duan Lingtian was nothing. Duan Lingtian felt so insignificant in front of Lian, the 9 palaces celestial duke, the old ancestor of the blissful sect. With Lian's strength, it would be easy for Lian to kill him. I'm still too weak. I have to find a way to improve my cultivation base and become a celestial duke as soon as possible, Duan Lingtian thought to himself. A sense of crisis rose in Duan Lingtian's heart when he saw Hishan, the old ancestor of the blissful sect, acting as meek as a cat in front of the old ancestor of the blissful sect. After all, Hishan, the old ancestor of the blissful sect, was the old ancestor of the blissful sect. At this moment, Duan Lingtian felt as though his life was no longer in his hands. The people from the Thousand Spiders celestial sect and the Martial Dragon celestial sect, including the sect leaders of the 2 sects, remained silent. Even if the sect leaders of the blissful sect were blinded by Lian, the old ancestor of the blissful sect, they would still have to maintain a smile on their faces, let alone Hishan. In this world where the strong were respected, the weak had no choice but to keep a low profile in front of the strong. Your master Duan from the Tai celestial sect? At the same time, Lian's gaze landed on Duan Lingtian again. A smile appeared on his face that was originally tense. Yes, Duan Lingtian nodded. At the same time, he could not help but marvel at how useful his current identity was. He was a prominent celestial alchemist who was able to refine the overarching heaven pill, even though he was not even 100 years old. Even Lian, who was fearless in front of the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect, had to smile and be polite to him. Master Duan, are you interested in joining the blissful sect? Lian asked with a smile on his face. If Duan Lingtian had not seen Lian's ruthless expression, he would have thought Lian was a friendly and humble person. Senior Lian, Duan Lingtian replied bluntly, I won't be able to stay in the 6 southeastern regions for long. After the alchemy conference, I plan to leave the 6 southeastern regions and return to the central area of the southern heaven territory. I've been out for a long time. It's time to go back, Duan Lingtian said. As soon as Duan Lingtian said this, not only the old ancestor, but also Sita Ming, Yang Chong, and Yu Zhongjing were all stunned. Only Huana remained calm. Her expression did not change at all because of Duan Lingtian's words. Return to the central? As expected, Lian's eyes narrowed slightly when he heard Duan Lingtian's words. Then he asked in surprise, Alchemist Duan, from what you're saying, you're actually from the central area? Your family is in the central land? Yes, Duan Lingtian nodded. There's a rule in our family that all direct descendants must leave the central area before they reach the age of 100 to train in the borderlands. They'll only be allowed to return to the family after they've made some achievements there. As for me, I'm preparing to use this alchemy conference to make a name for myself in the borderlands. At that time, I'll be able to return to my clan. I'll return to the family after I return to the family, Duan Lingtian said. Duan Lingtian's expression remained calm when he finished speaking. He did not reveal any flaws at all. Naturally, all of this was something he had casually made up. He had fabricated all of this because he wanted to create a fake identity in front of Lian. A fake identity that would make Lian, the old ancestor of the blissful sect, wary. He knew Lian might not believe him. However, as long as he had this fake identity, Lian would have to consider the consequences if he wanted to make a move on him. He believed Lian would not take the risk if it was not necessary. Ancestor, Alchemist Situ, Alchemist Yang, Alchemist Yu. I'm sorry that I didn't tell you about my background in detail, nor did I tell you that I would be leaving the 6 southeastern regions after the alchemy conference. Before Lian could reply, Duan Lingtian turned to look at Hishan, the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect, Sitaming, and the others apologetically. Master Duan, as it turns out, you're a disciple of a prominent celestial alchemist in the central area. I was wondering why there's a prominent celestial alchemist in the borderlands who's not even 100 years old, who can refine the overarching heaven pill. Chai Kongyu, the sect leader of the martial dragon celestial sect, exclaimed before Hishan and the others regained their senses. At the same time, a hint of relief could be seen on his face. Previously, when the Tai celestial sect had a new revered alchemist, he was worried the situation in the wasteland would change. However, it seemed like Duan Lingtian would not change the situation in the wasteland. After all, Duan Lingtian would be leaving the borderlands and returning to the central area after the alchemy conference. Meanwhile, Jian Qiuluo, the sect leader of the Thousand Spiders celestial sect, was relieved as well. After all, they were both top sects in the wasteland. Naturally, she did not want the Tai celestial sect to surpass the Thousand Spiders celestial sect in all aspects. He's from the central area? At this moment, even Zhou Shuqiu was shocked by Duan Lingtian's words. This was because previously, although she knew about the relationship between Duan Lingtian and her best friend, Murong Bing, she did not know about Duan Lingtian's background. Duan Lingtian was from a prominent clan in the central area? That's right. If he's not from the central area, how could he become a prominent celestial alchemist who's not even 100 years old? Moreover, his innate talent in the celestial Tao is extraordinary as well. Back then, only great overarching golden celestials below the age of 100 are allowed to enter the little world. A prominent celestial alchemist who's able to refine the overarching heaven pill, and a great overarching golden celestial, before the age of 100. Such a monstrous genius is rare, even in the central area of the Southern Heaven Territory, right? The more Zhou Shuqiu thought about it, the more shocked she became. What kind of clan could produce such an outstanding junior? Moreover, with such an outstanding junior, that clan would definitely treat him as a treasure, right? There must be a lot of experts hiding in the dark to protect him, right? Thinking of this, Zhou Shuqiu couldn't help but look around for a while. She even felt like she was being watched at this moment. Master Duan is from the central area. Upon hearing Duan Lingtian's words, Lian, the old ancestor of the blissful sect, narrowed his eyes and asked curiously, "May I know which clan you're from, Master Duan?" Many of the ancestors of the blissful sect traveled between the central area and the 6 southeastern regions when they broke through and became celestial kings. For this reason, there are many records about the central area in the blissful sect that were passed down since ancient times. including the records of many forces in the central area. I'm very interested in the scrolls as well, so I've read them all. Perhaps there's a record about the clan you're from. When he reached the end of his sentence, Lian glanced deeply at Duan Lingtian. Naturally, Duan Lingtian knew Lian was doubting his words. However, his expression remained unchanged as he replied, I'm from the Crimson Skies Duan clan. The Crimson Skies Duan clan. The reason Duan Lingtian mentioned such a clan was because he had heard from Situ Ming that the clans in the central area were usually called clans. In this life, Duan Lingtian was reborn in the mundane realm. The town he was reborn in was located in the Crimson Sky Kingdom. The Crimson Sky in the Crimson Skies Duan clan was named after the kingdom. Senior Lian, have you heard of the Crimson Sky Kingdom? Duan Lingtian asked as he looked at Lian. No. Lian shook his head. Then, he continued to say with a smile, the central area is huge. Although many of the ancestors of the blissful sect have been to the central area, we don't know all the clans in the central area. However, the Crimson Skies Duan clan isn't among the top 10 clans in the central area. Lian said. Naturally, the Crimson Skies Duan clan can't compare to the top 10 clans. Duan Lingtian replied. Duan Lingtian had heard from Hishan, the old ancestor of the Tai Celestial sect, about the top 10 clans in the central area. Moreover, they were closely related to the titled Celestial Lord who ruled the central area. Master Duan, your clan might not be comparable to the top 10 clans, but since you're a prominent celestial alchemist who's able to refine the overarching heaven pill, even though you're not even 100 years old, I'm sure your clan must be extraordinary. As Lian spoke, he looked at Duan Lingtian meaningfully before he probed further. Master Duan, I'm sure your innate talent in the celestial Tao is not bad, right? Lian had intentionally asked this question as well. Up until now, Duan Lingtian was the only one who knew about Duan Lingtian's identity and origin. Nobody knew the truth. Even the people from the Tai Celestial sect did not seem to know about Duan Lingtian's origin. Earlier, he had seen through the shocked expressions of Hishan and the 3 prominent celestial alchemists from the Tai Celestial sect. Senior Lian, not only does Master Duan have a heaven-defying innate talent in alchemy, but his innate talent in the celestial Tao is also extraordinary. Before Duan Lingtian could reply, Chai Kongyu, the sect leader of the Martial Dragon Celestial sect, said, Master Duan is a great overarching golden celestial, even though he's not even 100 years old. A great overarching golden celestial, who was not even 100 years old? Lian was shocked when he heard Chai Kongyu's words. Although there were many great overarching golden celestials, who were not even 100 years old in the blissful sect. However, those people were all focused on cultivating the celestial Tao. A prominent celestial alchemist, who was not even 100 years old, who could refine the overarching heaven pill, was also a great overarching golden celestial? After all, one could not multitask. Chapter 2861. In Lian's opinion, even if a celestial alchemist did not completely abandon his cultivation of the celestial Tao, the time he spent on alchemy would definitely affect his cultivation of the celestial Tao and slow down his progress. Master Duan, you're a great overarching golden celestial? Lian asked in surprise as he looked at Duan Lingtian. Although he was a 9 palaces celestial duke, he had long discovered that he could not detect Duan Lingtian's soul with his divine consciousness. Therefore, he could not detect Duan Lingtian's cultivation base. He wasn't surprised by this because there were some methods to conceal one's cultivation that could indeed avoid the detection of most people's divine sense. Great overarching golden celestial? Duan Lingtian smiled faintly in response to Lian's question as he extended his divine consciousness. Along with his divine consciousness, he could also detect the aura of one's soul. Duan Lingtian had intentionally revealed his cultivation base by releasing his soul aura. Therefore, even the profound divine metal could not conceal Duan Lingtian's soul aura. This is a profound overarching heavenly supreme celestial. He's a profound overarching heavenly supreme celestial. Heavens! Is he even human? The people from the four major celestial sects also noticed Duan Lingtian's soul aura. They immediately extended their divine consciousness and discovered Duan Lingtian's cultivation base through Duan Lingtian's soul aura, a profound overarching heavenly supreme celestial. Master Duan is a profound overarching heavenly supreme celestial. This, on the Tai celestial sex side, Sita Ming, Yang Chong, Yu Zhongjing, and He Shan were shocked when they saw Duan Lingtian's cultivation base. In the past, they only knew Duan Lingtian was a prominent celestial alchemist who could refine overarching heaven pills. Moreover, he was not even 100 years old and had a heaven-defying talent in alchemy. As for Duan Lingtian's cultivation base, they had always thought that he was a great overarching golden celestial. At most, he was a profound great overarching golden celestial. But today, as Duan Lingtian released his soul aura, they realized that they were wrong. So wrong. Not only was Master Duan a prominent celestial alchemist younger than 100 years old, but he was also a profound rank overarching heavenly supreme celestial. A profound overarching heavenly supreme celestial? He's a profound stage overarching heavenly supreme celestial, who's not even 100 years old. Fortunately, he doesn't plan to stay in the Tai celestial sect for long. Otherwise, the martial dragon celestial sect would have no place in the wasteland in the future. Jian Qiuluo, the sect leader of the Thousand Spiders celestial sect, and Chai Kongyu, the sect leader of the martial dragon celestial sect, were shocked by Duan Lingtian's strength. How is this possible? He's a profound stage overarching heavenly supreme celestial. Ji Fan, the Arhat of the blissful sect, stared at Duan Lingtian in disbelief. He did not expect Duan Lingtian to be so talented. Apart from his heaven-defying talent in alchemy, his innate talent in the celestial Tao was also heaven-defying. Could it be that he's really from a powerful clan in the central area? Ji Fan thought to himself. However, as soon as this thought appeared in his mind, he quickly dismissed it. Impossible. If he's really from a powerful clan in the central area, and he's even a lineal disciple, how could he lack Duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities? Earlier, in order to exchange for a useless box, he had to obtain a Duke-grade divine ability from the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect. When he thought of this, the fear in Ji Fan's eyes dissipated. He's not even 100 years old, but he's able to refine the overarching heaven pill. Moreover, he's a profound stage overarching heavenly supreme celestial. Ji Fan took a step forward and looked at Duan Lingtian before he said indifferently, "Your innate talent in alchemy and the celestial Tao are indeed amazing. However, this doesn't prove you're from a powerful clan in the central area. If you're from a powerful clan in the central area, why don't you have at least one assistive Duke-grade divine ability? Why would you need to obtain one from the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect?" A mocking smile appeared on Ji Fan's face as he said, "I've already seen through you." Before returning to the clan, the lineal disciples of the Crimson Skies Duan clan can only obtain celestial methods and divine abilities from outside. This is also a tradition of the Crimson Skies Duan clan. Duan Lingtian's expression remained unchanged when faced with Ji Fan's mocking smile. Then, he glanced at Ji Fan indifferently and said, "You're the Arhat of the blissful sect, right? I don't think you believe I'm from the Crimson Skies Duan clan, right? What does it have to do with me whether you believe me or not?" After he finished speaking, Duan Lingtian turned to Lian and said indifferently, "Senior Lian, it seems like the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect is right. The Arhat of the blissful sect isn't qualified." The old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect's expression changed slightly upon hearing Duan Lingtian's words. After all, it was precisely because he had said something that he shouldn't have that one of his eyes was crippled by Lian. However, Duan Lingtian from the Tai celestial sect had also said something similar. Was he trying to provoke Lian? I hope Lian won't act rashly before he confirms Duan Lingtian's identity. The old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect prayed inwardly. He could imagine this. If Duan Lingtian was really from such a powerful clan, the Tai celestial sect and the blissful sect would be implicated as well. After all, Duan Lingtian was here because of the Tai Yi Celestial Sect, Situ Ming and the others from the Tai Yi Celestial Sect, the people from the Martial Dragon Celestial Sect, and the Thousand Spiders Celestial Sect held their breaths as they stared at Lian. Earlier, the old ancestor of the Tai Yi Celestial Sect had lost one of his eyes for offending Lian. Now that Duan Lingtian had made the same mistake, would Lian cripple one of Duan Lingtian's eyes, as well as Hishan's? Situ Ming and the others from the Tai Yi Celestial Sect were anxious, while the people from the Martial Dragon Celestial Sect and the Thousand Spiders Celestial Sect were curious. Is he out of his mind? Why would he offend Lian before he can prove his identity? Zhou Shuqiu looked at Duan Lingtian angrily. Clearly, she was worried about Duan Lingtian's safety. Meanwhile, Duan Lingtian and Lian looked at each other calmly. From the beginning until the end, there was no change in Lian's expression at all. In the depths of his calm gaze, there was strong self-confidence. It was this confidence that finally crushed Lian's psychological barrier, causing him to smile awkwardly. Alchemist Duan, you must be joking. Actually, this grand disciple of mine has many redeeming qualities. The people from the Tai Yi Celestial Sect heaved a sigh of relief when they saw Lian's reaction. After all, Lian did not dare to make a move on Duan Lingtian. At the very least, Lian did not dare to make a move on Duan Lingtian before he could confirm Duan Lingtian's identity. Master Duan, when I first arrived, I heard you exchanged an assist-type Duke-grade divine ability for a box. Lian looked at Duan Lingtian and changed the topic. He asked with a smile, "Can I have a look at the box?" Lian had heard that even Hishan, the old ancestor of the Tai Yi Celestial Sect, could not open the box. Moreover, he had used his divine consciousness to check the box. However, he was still curious and wanted to see the box with his own eyes. After all, if even Hishan could not open the box, it was definitely not an ordinary box. Even if it was empty, it was still worth a look. Of course. Duan Lingtian nodded. He raised his hand and calmly handed the box to Lian as he said, "Although there's nothing in the box, I'm sure it's not an ordinary box since an 8 trigrams Celestial Duke couldn't open it. For this reason, I plan to leave the borderlands and return to the central area after the alchemy conference ends, so I can show it to the Celestial Kings in my clan. With their cultivation bases, I'm sure they'll be able to open the box." Duan Lingtian's words were flawless. As it turns out, Master Duan didn't ask for the box out of curiosity. Realization dawned on Hishan, the old ancestor of the Tai Yi Celestial Sect, and the others when they heard Duan Lingtian's words. What box? Even an 8 trigrams Celestial Duke couldn't open the box. The people from the Thousand Spiders Celestial Sect and the Martial Dragon Celestial Sect had just arrived and were unaware of what had happened. However, after Situ Ming explained the situation to them, they finally understood what had happened. Indeed, there's nothing in the box. At the same time, they extended their divine consciousness to check the box that Lian had just taken from Duan Lingtian. However, they discovered there was nothing in it. Whoosh! After a while, Lian's celestial origin energy trembled before he withdrew it. It was obvious that his control over his celestial origin energy was much better than Hishan. At this moment, Lian tried his best to open the box in his hand, but the closed part of the box remained motionless. A 10-direction Celestial Duke won't be able to open this box. In fact, I'm certain even an ordinary Celestial King might not be able to open it, Lian said with a sigh as he returned the box to Duan Lingtian. Upon hearing Lian's words, those who did not see him trying to open the box realized he was unable to open it. As soon as Lian finished speaking, Duan Lingtian took the box from him. Jifan scoffed. How dare you use a Duke-grade divine ability to exchange for an empty box that can't be opened? This kind of thing, as long as it's someone with a little bit of brain, they definitely wouldn't do it. Although Jifan did not mention any names, everyone knew who he was referring to. Arhat, be careful of your words. Chapter 2862. Are you threatening me? Jifan's expression changed drastically when he heard Duan Lingtian's words. As the Arhat of the blissful sect, he had never been threatened in such a manner before. You can think of it that way, Duan Lingtian said indifferently. As the Arhat of the blissful sect and a candidate to be the next sect leader, you should think about the blissful sect. Otherwise, not only will you lose your life, but you'll also implicate the blissful sect. A hint of coldness flashed in Duan Lingtian's eyes when he reached the end of his sentence. Moreover, he exuded confidence as well. It was as though he had the backing of a powerful clan in the central area, the Crimson Firmament Duan clan. Ji Fan's expression changed drastically as soon as Duan Lingtian finished speaking. At this moment, Lian looked at Duan Lingtian coldly before he said in a deep voice, Master Duan, based on your words, not only are you going to deal with Fan, but you're going to deal with the blissful sect as well? Since the blissful sect appointed him as the Arhat, it's only natural that they're prepared to be implicated by him. Duan Lingtian's expression did not change at all when he saw Li An's cold expression. It was as though he was not afraid of Li An, a 9 palaces celestial duke. Lian stared at Duan Lingtian intently, as though he was trying to detect a hint of guilt on Duan Lingtian's face. So long as there was even the slightest trace of a guilty conscience on Duan Lingtian's face, he would immediately kill Duan Lingtian, like a bolt of lightning. However, from the beginning until the end, Duan Lingtian's expression remained calm. It was as though he would be able to maintain his composure, even if Mount Tai collapsed in front of him. Moreover, he exuded a strong sense of confidence. Lian had no choice but to act cautiously. Although Duan Lingtian had never used anything to prove his identity, and he had never heard of the Crimson Sky Duan clan in the central area, it was entirely possible that Duan Lingtian was lying. Even so, before he could confirm that Duan Lingtian was lying, he did not dare to touch Duan Lingtian. After all, if Duan Lingtian was telling the truth, the blissful sect would be in deep trouble. Besides, the conflict between the blissful sect and the Duan Lingtian was not that serious, so it was not worth the risk. Humph! Lian coldly snorted again. He stared deeply at Duan Lingtian, before turning his gaze to Ji Fan. Fan, or let's go. When Ji Fan heard this, he immediately left with Lian. The other members of the blissful sect followed suit. Grandmaster, do you really believe his words? Ji Fan couldn't help but ask as he followed behind Lian. No, I don't. Lian shook his head. I can't completely trust his words, but I can't not trust him either. Before we confirm his identity and background, there's no need for us to take the risk unless the conflict between us has reached a point of no return. As for his identity and background, I'll send a message back to the sect leader and ask him to send someone to investigate it. Even if I have to turn the entire wasteland upside down, I'll find out who he is. If he's really from the Crimson Sky Duan clan in the central area, I'll let it go. If he's not from the Crimson Sky Duan clan, and has no background that the blissful sect is wary of, he'll die for sure. He'll die for sure. Lian emphasized these few words especially heavily, and it was mixed with ghastly killing intent. It was clear that he was enraged by Duan Lingtian's threat to Ji Fan. Ji Fan's eyes lit up when he heard Lian's words. I hope you're not lying. Otherwise, you'll die when the blissful sect finds out who you are. Ji Fan's eyes flashed with killing intent as he looked at Duan Lingtian. After the people from the blissful sect left, the people from the Martial Dragon Celestial sect and the Thousand Spiders Celestial sect shifted their attention to Duan Lingtian. None of them had expected this. They did not expect the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai Celestial sect to have such an extraordinary background. Master Duan, I apologize for not knowing your identity earlier. Chai Kong Yu and Jian Xiaoluo, the sect leader of the Martial Dragon Celestial sect, and the sect leader of the Thousand Spiders Celestial sect, were much more courteous to Duan Lingtian. They did not doubt Duan Lingtian's identity. After all, a prominent celestial alchemist, who was not even 100 years old, and a profound overarching heavenly supreme celestial, who could refine overarching heaven pills, was definitely not someone an ordinary force could nurture. In fact, even the top 10 clans in the central area would have to rely on luck to nurture such a person. Master Duan, Senior Hishan, Sect Leader Jian, I see some familiar faces. I'll go greet them. Chai Kong Yu's eyes lit up as he looked into the distance. After bidding farewell to Duan Lingtian, He Shan, the old ancestor of the martial dragon celestial sect, and Jian Xiaoluo, the sect leader of the Thousand Spiders celestial sect, he led the people from the martial dragon celestial sect away. When Chai Kong Yu greeted Duan Lingtian, he placed Duan Lingtian first. Clearly, he treated Duan Lingtian as someone from a powerful clan in the central area. Sect leader, the people from the compassionate celestial traveler sect are here. As soon as Chai Kong Yu left, a prominent celestial alchemist from the Thousand Spiders celestial sect looked into the distance and said to Jian Xiaoluo, the sect leader of the Thousand Spiders celestial sect. Jian Xiaoluo followed his gaze and saw a group of people who had just entered the alchemy square. There were 10 people in the group, and all of them were women. The person in the lead was a beautiful woman. Behind her were 3 old women, 2 middle-aged women, 3 young women, and a young girl. The young girl was dressed in green. As soon as she entered the alchemy square, she began to look around. Brother Ling Tian, isn't she the girl I met last time? Huan Er's voice rang in Duan Ling Tian's ears. It's her. Duan Ling Tian saw the green-clad young girl as well. She was none other than Liu Luo, a disciple of the compassionate celestial traveler sect. She had gone to the Tai Yi celestial sect's residence to see if she was prettier than her senior sister. He Shan, the old ancestor of the Tai Yi celestial sect, Sita Ming, and Yang Chong recognized Liu Luo as well. It's this young lady again. Yang Chong smiled wryly. After a while, Duan Lingtian shifted his gaze to the woman next to the green-clad young girl. At this moment, the woman was chatting with the green-clad young girl. She was not looking at Duan Lingtian at all. The woman was dressed in a light purple dress. Her eyebrows were like feathers, her skin was as fair as snow, and her waist was slim. Although half of her face was covered by a thin veil, her pair of clear and cold autumn eyes, as well as her elegant and refined temperament, was enough to make everything around her pale in comparison. Apart from that, her face was also covered by the veil. However, because the veil was half transparent, the outline of her face was faintly discernible, and one could vaguely see the perfect curve of her face. She was so beautiful that one could not help but have the urge to lift the veil and look at her face. One could imagine how charming she was even with a veil covering her face. If one removed the veil, one could not help but wonder how devastatingly beautiful she would be. It's her. With just a glance, Duan Lingtian recognized the woman. She was none other than Morong Bing, a disciple of the compassionate celestial traveler sect, whom he had slept with in the past. Morong Bing's current appearance was exactly the same as when he had first met her. Meanwhile, the purple-clad young girl, Morong Bing, a disciple of the compassionate celestial traveler sect, who was talking to the green-clad young girl, seemed to have noticed Duan Lingtian's gaze. She turned her head slightly and looked at Duan Lingtian. In just a blink of an eye, both of them exchanged glances. Morong Bing's body trembled, as though she had been electrocuted. She did not follow the group of people from the compassionate celestial traveler sect. Third senior sister? Liu Luo, a disciple of the compassionate celestial traveler sect, noticed something was amiss with Morong Bing. She followed Morong Bing's gaze and saw Duan Lingtian, who was looking at Morong Bing. I was wondering why third senior sister was distracted. As it turns out, it's because of this pretty boy. Humph. What an irresponsible pretty boy. In the past, Liu Luo did not know about the relationship between Morong Bing and Duan Lingtian. Now that she knew about it, she suddenly felt that Duan Lingtian was an unreliable man who was irresponsible to her third senior sister. At this moment, the sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect, who was leading the group, noticed that Morong Bing and Liu Luo were not following them. She could not help but ask, Bing or Liu Luo, why aren't you following? However, before the sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect could finish her sentence, she was attracted by Morong Bing's gaze. This was the first time she had seen such a look in Morong Bing's eyes. She had seen such a look in Morong Bing's eyes before. Morong Bing's twin sister, who was Morong Bing's biological mother, was talking about the man Morong Bing loved. Under normal circumstances, her twin sister would only have such a look in her eyes when she thought about or saw the man. In the next moment, she followed Morong Bing's gaze and looked at Duan Ling Tian. It's him. The sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect's expression changed drastically as soon as she saw Duan Ling Tian. She had never imagined that she would meet this young man, whom she had only seen in paintings here. He was also the man she had once sent the elders under her command to kill for tarnishing her niece's chastity. After the elder returned to the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect, she had told the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect that the young man's name was Duan Ling Tian. Duan Ling Tian. I was wondering why this name sounded so familiar. As it turns out, the person who sullied Bing Er's virginity is Duan Ling Tian, the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai-I Celestial sect. At this moment, the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect saw the people from the Tai-I Celestial sect standing next to Duan Ling Tian. Chapter 2863. This is bad. When the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect looked at Duan Ling Tian with killing intent, Zhou Shuqiu's expression changed drastically. It was not difficult for her to figure out what was going on. It was obvious the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect had noticed something was amiss from the way her best friend, Morong Bing, looked at Duan Ling Tian. Moreover, the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect had most likely learned of Duan Ling Tian's name from the elders of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect, who had been sent to kill Duan Ling Tian. Perhaps before this, even if the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect knew the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai-I Celestial sect was also Duan Ling Tian, she would not have confused Duan Ling Tian with Duan Ling Tian. After all, it was impossible for the two of them to be related. However, with the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect's intelligence, how could she not have figured out the truth from the way Morong Bing looked at Duan Ling Tian, and the fact that he was standing next to the people from the Tai-I Celestial sect? Junior Aunt Nangong, Zhou Shuqiu, who was afraid the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect would kill Duan Ling Tian, quickly sent a voice transmission to the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect. She knew very well that once the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect made a move, it would be useless even if He Shan, the old ancestor of the Tai-I Celestial sect, was by his side. After all, the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect was a 9 Palaces Celestial Duke. Although she was slightly weaker than Lian, the old ancestor of the Blissful sect, she was still much stronger than He Shan. If she wanted to kill Duan Ling Tian, the old ancestor of the Tai-I Celestial Traveler sect would not be able to stop her. Zhou Shuqiu's master and Morong Bing's master, Wang Danfeng, had a good relationship. They had traveled together in the past and called each other sisters. Therefore, she addressed Wang Danfeng as junior aunt. The sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect was Wang Danfeng's senior sister. The sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect was slightly distracted when she heard Zhou Shuqiu's voice transmission. The killing intent in his eyes also completely disappeared at this moment. Shuqiu, you're here too. The sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect responded with a smile. Junior Uncle Nangong, do you know Master Duan from the Tai-I Celestial sect is the man with Bing Er? Zhou Shuqiu asked cautiously. You also know about Bing Er? The sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect narrowed her eyes when she heard Zhou Shuqiu's words. Not bad. I don't care if he's from the Tai-I Celestial sect or not. I'll kill him today. When the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect finished speaking, the killing intent in her eyes intensified. The sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect was glaring at Duan Ling Tian with killing intent when Zhou Shuqiu sent a voice transmission to stop her. Junior Aunt Nangong, if you don't want to bring disaster to the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect, it's best that you don't touch him. What do you mean? Upon hearing Zhou Shuqiu's words, the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect looked at Zhou Shuqiu suspiciously. Shuqiu, Are you trying to scare your junior uncle Nangong just to protect him? Junior uncle Nangong, I can lie to you, but my senior sister won't, right? Zhou Shuqiu smiled wryly and replied through voice transmission. You can verify my words with my senior sister, or the people from the Martial Dragon Celestial Sect. Zhou Shuqiu's senior sister was Jianqiu Luo, the sect leader of the Thousand Spiders Celestial Sect. After Zhou Shuqiu finished speaking, she told the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect everything that happened after the people from the Blissful Sect arrived. She also emphasized Duan Lingtian's background. Lian from the Blissful Sect doesn't dare to touch him because he's afraid of breaking the vases? When the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect looked at Duan Lingtian again, the killing intent in her eyes had dissipated and was replaced by fear. She knew who Lian was. Unless Duan Lingtian came from a powerful clan in the central area, there was no way Lian would hesitate to attack him. How did he prove his identity? The sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect asked through voice transmission as she looked at Zhou Shuqiu. He didn't prove his identity. Zhou Shuqiu replied. He didn't prove his identity? The sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect frowned and said, based on my understanding of Lian, if he didn't prove his identity, Lian wouldn't hesitate to attack him. At the very least, it's impossible for someone from an ordinary sect to have his talent in alchemy and the celestial path, Zhou Shuqiu said. The sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect said, Celestial path? I know about his talent in alchemy, but what about his celestial path? He's not even 100 years old, and he's focused on alchemy. It's already shocking that he's able to break through and become a great overarching golden celestial. The sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect said. He revealed his cultivation base to us earlier. Apart from being a prominent celestial alchemist who can refine overarching heaven pills, he's also a profound rank overarching heavenly supreme celestial, Zhou Shuqiu said. A profound rank overarching heavenly supreme celestial? As soon as Zhou Shuqiu finished speaking, the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect's eyes widened. She instinctively extended her divine consciousness to probe Duan Lingtian's cultivation base. Junior Uncle Nangong has a way to conceal his soul aura. We were able to detect his cultivation base earlier because he intentionally revealed his soul aura. Zhou Shuqiu seemed to know that the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect would probe Duan Lingtian's cultivation base. At the same time, the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect's divine consciousness returned empty-handed. While the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect was conversing with Zhou Shuqiu through voice transmission, Duan Lingtian was also conversing with Morong Bing. After exchanging glances with Duan Lingtian, Morong Bing looked away and beckoned to Liu Luo to follow the others from the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect. However, she soon discovered that Duan Lingtian's senior uncle had suddenly stopped. Zhou Shuqiu's senior aunt, the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect, suddenly stopped in her tracks and looked at Zhou Shuqiu. Her expression changed drastically. It was clear she was communicating with Zhou Shuqiu through voice transmission. Long time no see. At the same time, Duan Lingtian sent a voice transmission to Morong Bing. However, Morong Bing did not respond to him. When she saw Duan Lingtian took 2 steps forward and was about to walk toward her, her expression under the veil changed completely. At the same time, she transmitted her voice to Duan Lingtian to stop him. Don't come any closer. Duan Lingtian instinctively came to a halt when he heard Morong Bing's words. He looked at Morong Bing with a smile and said through voice transmission, You're willing to talk to me now? If you don't want to die, it's best that you don't come any closer, Morong Bing said coldly through voice transmission. Moreover, what happened in the little world left behind by the Celestial King from the Blissful Sect was purely a misunderstanding. I've long forgotten about it. It's destined that we'll never cross paths again. I know you're the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai Celestial Sect now, but I, Morong Bing, still don't like you. For this reason you should give up. I, Morong Bing, would rather die than be with you. When Morong Bing reached the end of her sentence, the way she looked at Duan Ling Tian was cold and distant. It was as though she was looking at a complete stranger. Upon hearing Duan Ling Tian's voice transmission, Duan Ling Tian's body trembled violently as he felt an inexplicable pain in his heart. Hiss! After a while, Duan Ling Tian took a deep breath and looked at Morong Bing stubbornly before he said through voice transmission, "It doesn't matter if you like me or not. You're still my woman. This is an unchangeable fact. You don't like me now, but one day, I'll make you like me. Of course, before that happens, I'll take you away from the compassionate celestial traveler sect, the 6 southeastern regions, and the borderlands." Duan Ling Tian said. After all, what he had said when the people from the blissful sect were present was not entirely false. He had made up his mind. After the alchemy conference ended, he would bring Morong Bing away from the compassionate celestial traveler sect, the borderlands, and the central area. At that time, he would no longer have to worry about Morong Bing's master harming her. The reason why he made such a decision was because he was worried about Morong Bing's safety. Who knew when Morong Bing's master would find out that Morong Bing had lost her virginity and make a move on her? For this reason, he had to bring Morong Bing away as soon as possible. If it were not for Morong Bing, he would have stayed in the 6 southeastern regions for a while longer until his strength had improved. Unfortunately, Morong Bing might be in danger at any time. He could not afford to wait. Upon hearing Duan Ling Tian's words, Morong Bing's body trembled slightly. She was slightly touched. She knew her best friend, Zhou Shuqiu, had told Duan Ling Tian about her. Therefore, she knew why Duan Ling Tian wanted to bring her away. However, the more touched she was, the more she did not want to burden Duan Ling Tian. She alone was more than enough to shoulder the burden. "I won't leave." Morong Bing took a deep breath to suppress her emotions. Then, she said coldly through voice transmission, "The compassionate celestial traveler sect is my home. Even if I die, I'll stay in the compassionate celestial traveler sect. Don't come any closer. If you dare to take another step forward, I'll die in front of you." Morong Bing's expression changed again when she saw Duan Ling Tian was about to take another step forward. She hastily transmitted her voice to him. Morong Bing's tone was filled with determination. It was impossible for anyone to doubt her words. "I won't go over. Don't do anything rash." Upon hearing Morong Bing's determination, Duan Ling Tian was certain Morong Bing was capable of doing what she said. He quickly stopped moving and sent her a voice transmission to comfort her. At this moment, Duan Ling Tian noticed the sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect was glaring at him with killing intent. Could it be that the sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect, Nangong Xiu, already knows I'm the man who had a one-night stand with Morong Bing? Duan Ling Tian had heard the sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect was called Nangong Xiu. Chapter 2864. After all, she was the one who sent the celestial duke from the compassionate celestial traveler sect to hunt me down. Not only has she seen me, but she even knows my name. It's not difficult for her to draw a portrait of me since she's seen me. With this in mind and the way Nangong Xiu, the sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect, looked at him, it was not difficult for Duan Ling Tian to guess that Nangong Xiu had recognized him. Earlier, the killing intent in her eyes was at its peak. However, after she looked at Zhou Shuqiu for a while, the killing intent in her eyes lessened. I think Zhou Shuqiu must have told her about what happened earlier. Since Lian, the old ancestor of the blissful sect, doesn't dare to make a move on me, I'm sure she won't dare to make a move on me as well. As the sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect, she won't dare to make a move on me unless she's certain of my identity. After all, if she finds out that I'm from a powerful clan in the central area, she'll bring disaster to the compassionate celestial traveler sect. It was not difficult for Duan Ling Tian to figure out that Nangong Xiu had spoken to Zhou Shuqiu earlier. "Brother Ling Tian, is she the sister Bing you mentioned to me before?" At this moment, a voice transmission rang in Duan Ling Tian's ears. It was none other than Huan Er. "Yes, Duan Lingtian nodded. Then, he followed Huan Er's gaze and looked at Morong Bing. However, Morong Bing avoided Huan Er's gaze. I have to find a way to convince her to leave with me. The alchemy conference is a great opportunity. If I miss it, it'll be difficult to find another opportunity like this. Duan Lingtian made up his mind as he looked at Morong Bing. Junior Uncle Hishan, long time no see. Meanwhile, under the lead of Nangong Xiao, the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect, approached the people from the Tai Yi Celestial sect and the Thousand Spiders Celestial sect. In terms of seniority, she had to address Hishan as junior uncle. Little Xiao, we haven't seen each other since you became the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect, right? Hishan, the old ancestor, sighed as he looked at Nangong Xiao. He still remembered that the last time he saw Nangong Xiao was many years ago. At that time, Nangong was still not the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect. She Xiao's at that time. In just a blink of an eye, not only had Nangong Xiao's cultivation base surpassed his, but she had even become the new sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect. Yes, it's been a few years. How has Master Hishan been all these years? Nangong Xiao smiled. Her master had some friendship with Tai Yi old ancestor. Although they weren't close, they were still friends, so she gave him enough face. It should be noted that with her current cultivation and status, even if she did not take the initiative to greet Hishan, Hishan would still take the initiative to greet her out of courtesy. After all, celestial sect after all. Still the same. The old ancestor did not dare to be negligent. The reason for that was because he knew that with Nangong Xiao's current status, the fact that she took the initiative to greet him, and even addressed him as martial uncle, was already giving him enough face. After all, although he was acquainted with Nangong Xiao's master, they were merely acquaintances. Even if Nangong Xiao did not show him respect, he would not mind at all. However, since Nangong Xiao had shown him respect, he had to treat her seriously. Junior Uncle Nangong, Jian Xiao Luo, the sect leader of the Thousand Spiders Celestial sect, took the initiative to greet Nangong Xiao. Just like Zhou Shuqiao, she addressed Nangong Xiao as junior uncle. Upon hearing Jian Xiao Luo's greeting, Nangong Xiao nodded at the old ancestor, before she shifted her gaze to Jian Xiao Luo. Xiao Luo, it has been 30 years since we last met. The last time we met was during the alchemy conference, right? Nangong Xiao said with a smile. That's right. 30 years have passed in just a blink of an eye. However, even after 30 years, junior uncle Nangong is still as impressive as ever. Jian Xiao Luo said with a smile. The two sect leaders exchanged pleasantries for a long time. After exchanging pleasantries, Nangong Xiao finally shifted her gaze to Duan Lingtian, and asked with a faint smile on her face. This must be Master Duan, the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai Yi Celestial sect, right? Duan Lingtian's lips curled up into a sneer when he heard Nangong Xiao's question. Sect leader Nangong, I'm sure you've already guessed that I'm the person you sent your men to hunt down, right? Nangong Xiao had already guessed that Duan Lingtian, the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai Yi Celestial sect, was the same person she had sent her men to hunt down. She did not expect Duan Lingtian would admit it. She was taken aback by Duan Lingtian's words. On the other hand, Morong Bing's expression changed drastically. Why did you bring this up? Are you seeking death? Morong Bing asked Duan Lingtian anxiously through voice transmission. It was obvious she was worried about Duan Lingtian. She recognized me. If she wasn't your best friend, she would have attacked me long ago. Duan Lingtian replied to Morong Bing through voice transmission. At the same time, a bright smile appeared on his face as he looked at Morong Bing. Are you worried about me? I'm not. Morong Bing's face flushed red under the veil as she looked at Zhou Shuqiao and sent a voice transmission to Zhou Shuqiao. Hunt down. Sect leader Nangong of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect sent people to hunt down Master Duan? Is this true? With Master Duan's background, the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect still dares to send people to hunt him down? Isn't she afraid the Duan clan of the Crimson Firmament would destroy the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect in a fit of rage? Upon hearing Duan Lingtian's words, An uproar broke out among the crowd. Even Hishan, and the sect leader of the Thousand Spiders Celestial Sect were stunned. They did not expect this. They did not expect the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect to have such a conflict with Duan Lingtian. Humph! At this moment, everyone's attention was on Duan Lingtian and Nangong. Duan Lingtian looked at Nangong and scoffed. He continued to say, "If it weren't for Morong Bing, I wouldn't have stopped the people from the Crimson Firmament from killing that Celestial Duke Elder of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect. You should know that I wasted a Shadow Void escaping talisman when I stopped them from killing that old woman." Duan Lingtian looked at the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect coldly. As soon as he finished speaking, his eyes were calm and fearless. Upon hearing Duan Lingtian's words, the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect, Nangong's expression changed drastically. Previously, when Zhou Shuqiu had told her about Duan Lingtian's background, she had thought to herself, Duan Lingtian must be from the Central Plains. If Duan Lingtian was really from a powerful clan in the central area, then even if he came to the borderlands to train, there would definitely be many powerhouses hiding around him to protect him in the dark. If that was the case, why did Duan Lingtian flee when she had sent someone to kill Duan Lingtian? If he had such a powerful background, there must be a powerhouse protecting him in the dark. That powerhouse would definitely make a move when he saw someone trying to kill him. However, Duan Lingtian's words cleared up the doubts in her heart. What he said isn't impossible. In this way, it can also explain why a person like him who lives in such a remote place would possess a shadow-escaping void talisman, inscribed by a celestial king. Nangong thought to herself, if that's the case, I'll have to thank you for showing mercy, Master Duan. Nangong said as she looked at Duan Lingtian. At the same time, she began to study Duan Lingtian, and nodded inwardly as she thought to herself, he's quite talented. He's not even 100 years old, but he's already a prominent celestial alchemist who can refine overarching heaven pills. Moreover, he's also a profound overarching heavenly supreme celestial. Regardless of whether he has such a powerful background or not, he's worthy of Banger. Although other than Nangong Xiu herself, no one knew about her relationship with Morong Bing. No one knew that Morong Bing was her twin sister's biological daughter. However, she still considered herself as Morong Bing's aunt. If she really could not kill Duan Lingtian, she still hoped that her niece would be able to find happiness. If you want to thank someone, you should thank her, Duan Lingtian said as he looked at Morong Bing. His eyes that were filled with hostility toward Nangong were filled with gentleness at this moment. At this moment, Morong Bing had also learned about what had happened from her best friend, Zhou Shuqiu. When she saw Duan Lingtian looking at her, she could not help but avert her gaze. Are you really from one of the major clans in the central area? Although she was avoiding Duan Lingtian's gaze, she could not help but ask through voice transmission. Morong Bing clearly remembered when she first met the purple-clad young man. He was pitifully weak. However, it had only been a few years since then, and he had already broken through and become a profound overarching heavenly supreme celestial. She could not help but feel shocked. Most importantly, he was a prominent celestial alchemist who could refine overarching heaven pills. He was not even 100 years old, but he had already achieved so much. Such a person was as rare as a phoenix's feather and a chelan's horn in the southern heaven territory. If I tell you I am, will you come with me? Duan Lingtian asked through voice transmission as his eyes flashed. I'll have to ask my master. Morong Bing replied through voice transmission with her head lowered. When Duan Lingtian and Morong Bing first met, Morong Bing had been condescending. Currently, Duan Lingtian had grown to the point where he could look at Morong Bing as an equal. In fact, he could even look down on her from above. Although his current cultivation base was still inferior to Morong Bing's, he was still a celestial alchemist. However, he had another identity. He was a prominent celestial alchemist who could refine overarching heaven pills. Even Morong Bing had to look up to someone like him. Your master? Upon hearing Morong Bing's words, Duan Lingtian frowned and asked in a deep voice, What if she insists that you apologize with your life? Then, I'll apologize with my life. Chapter 2865. You're stupidly filial. Duan Lingtian sighed helplessly when he heard Morong Bing's reply. He did not answer her question about whether he was from a powerful clan in the central area. On one hand, he did not want to lie to Morong Bing. On the other hand, he did not want to tell her that he was not from a powerful clan in the central area. After all, if he told her the truth, Morong Bing would no longer have any hope that they would be together. Although Morong Bing was still cold to him, it was not a big deal. However, it was not difficult for him to see Morong Bing's concern for him. In the past, he had only learned about Morong Bing's concern from Zhou Shuqiu. However, at this moment, he could clearly feel Morong Bing's concern for him. It seemed like this woman was not completely unmoved by him. Gigolo. At this moment, a familiar voice rang in Duan Lingtian's ears. When he heard this, his eyes shifted to the green figure next to Morong Bing. The owner of this green figure was a young girl in green clothes. She was Liu Luo, a disciple of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect and Morong Bing's junior sister. If you're a man, you should be responsible for my third senior sister. Take her away from the 6 southeastern regions and return to your clan in the central area. If you don't take her away, I'm afraid we won't be able to hide the fact that she has lost her virginity from our master for long after we return to the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect. Liu Luo's voice rang in Duan Lingtian's ears. Her tone was particularly solemn. Based on our master's temper, if she finds out that third senior sister has lost her virginity and has no chance of becoming the next sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect, she'll definitely execute her. A long time ago, another senior sister of mine died at the hands of my master because of the same thing. Liu Luo's voice trembled when she spoke. It was clear she was very worried about Morong Bing's safety. Ever since she was young, she had spent more time with her third senior sister, Morong Bing, than she had spent with her master. Therefore, to a certain extent, she had long since regarded her third senior sister as her own sister. So she naturally did not wish for anything to happen to her third senior sister. If you're willing to take third senior sister away, not only will I stop calling you Gigolo, I can even call you brother-in-law. As Lulua spoke, there was a hint of compromise in her tone. It was a compromise with Duan Lingtian. If your third senior sister knew that you cared about her so much, she would definitely be very happy. Although Lulua's words were somewhat childish, Duan Lingtian knew that her words came from the bottom of her heart. She really did want the best for her third senior sister. I just told her that I wanted to take her away, but she wasn't willing. She said that she had to ask her master. If her master doesn't want her to leave, then she won't leave. If her master wants her to die as an apology for what happened between her and me, then she will die as an apology. Duan Lingtian had already guessed it when Lu Luo told him that he should be responsible for Morong Bing. Lu Luo must have found out about what happened between him and Morong Bing. Furthermore, he was certain that Lu Luo hadn't known about this matter the last time he saw her. She should have only learned about it recently. Lu Luo fell silent when she heard Duan Lingtian's voice transmission. A hint of helplessness could be seen on her face when she shifted her gaze from Duan Lingtian to Morong Bing, who was standing next to him. Indeed, this was how her third senior sister was like. Xiao Luo. After a while, Nangong Xiao, the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect, called out to Jian Xiao Luo, the sect leader of the Thousand Spiders Celestial sect. Soon after, the two of them led the people from the two sects away, leaving only the people from the Tai Yi Celestial sect. Master Duan, did Nangong Xiao really send someone to kill you? After the people from the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect and the Thousand Spiders Celestial sect left, the old ancestor of the Tai Yi Celestial sect asked Duan Lingtian. At the same time, Situ Ming, Yang Chong, and Yu Zhongjing turned to look at Duan Lingtian with a puzzled expression on their faces. It was obvious they wanted to know the truth as well. Did Nangong Xiao, the sect leader of the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect, really send someone to kill Master Duan? If he really did send someone to kill alchemist Duan, what was the reason? Yes. Duan Lingtian nodded. Why? The old ancestor of the Tai Yi celestial sect asked again. Because with me around, Morong Bing won't be able to become the next sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect. Duan Lingtian said bluntly as he looked at the people from the compassionate celestial traveler sect, who had arrived at the other side of the alchemy square. With you around, Morong Bing won't be able to become the next sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect. Hearing Duan Lingtian's words, the old ancestor was stunned for a moment. He could not help but ask, why? It had been a long time since Tai Yi old ancestor had left his home. However, this didn't affect his understanding of the situation in the 6 southeastern regions, and some of the top sects in the 6 southeastern regions. This included the fact that Morong Bing was a popular candidate to be the next sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect. The first ancestor of the Tai Yi sect had even heard that the first ancestor of the Tai Yi sect, more than 90% of the high-ranking officials in the compassionate celestial traveler sect, wanted Morong Bing to be the next sect leader. It was almost certain that Morong Bing would become the next sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect. And now, Duan Lingtian said, with him around, it was impossible for Morong Bing to become the next sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect. For a moment he was unable to react. Because Morong Bing is my woman. Duan Lingtian said indifferently, the sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect can't have a man. Upon hearing Duan Lingtian's words, the people from the Tai Yi celestial sect were stunned. They instinctively turned to look at Duan Lingtian, who was standing next to Duan Lingtian. Huaner's expression was calm, as though she did not care that Duan Lingtian had a woman like Morong Bing. So, she thinks Morong Bing will have no choice but to become the next sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect after killing you? At this moment, the old ancestor of the Tai Yi celestial sect did not think Duan Lingtian and Morong Bing had already slept together. He thought Morong Bing and Duan Lingtian had made a promise to each other. As long as Duan Lingtian was still alive, Morong Bing would not become the next sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect. Duan Lingtian remained silent in response to the old ancestor of the Tai Yi celestial sect's question. What could he say? He could not possibly tell the old ancestor of the Tai Yi celestial sect that Morong Bing would not become the next sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect regardless of whether Nangong Xiao, the sect leader of the compassionate celestial traveler sect, had sent someone to kill him. However, the old ancestor of the Tai Yi celestial sect took Duan Lingtian's silence as a tacit agreement. The people from the Alliance of Celestial Masters are here. All of a sudden, Situ Ming exclaimed in surprise when he saw the stone platform in the center of the Alchemy Plaza. Duan Lingtian and the others turned to look at the stone platform in unison. 8 figures, divided into 4 groups, descended from the sky one after another. The first group to land on the stone platform was a middle-aged man and an old man. The middle-aged man was dressed like a scholar. He held a folding fan in his hand, and his face was as fair as jade. One could tell he was a handsome man when he was young. As for the old man, his eyes were cloudy, and his face was expressionless. His gray robe was ordinary, and he looked no different from an ordinary old man. However, as soon as he appeared, many people gathered around the stone platform and bowed respectfully at him. Alchemist Ku. Alchemist Ku. Most of the people who gathered around the stone platform were prominent celestial alchemists from the top sects in the 6 southeastern regions. Duan Lingtian even saw a few familiar figures among the crowd. The prominent celestial alchemists Duan Lingtian recognized were the prominent celestial alchemists from the Martial Dragon Celestial Sect and the Thousand Spiders Celestial Sect. After leaving the stone platform, they went to the side closest to the stone platform. When the old man appeared, they immediately bowed and greeted him. The gray-clad old man is called Kuxian. He's a supreme celestial alchemist from the Alliance of Celestial Masters. Although he's only a supreme celestial alchemist, there are only a few supreme celestial alchemists in the 6 southeastern regions. His status in the Alliance of Celestial Masters and the 6 southeastern regions is extremely high. As Duan Lingtian looked at the gray-clad old man, the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect's voice rang in Duan Lingtian's ears again. The middle-aged man who's with him is a 9 Palaces celestial duke. Not many people know his name. Usually, Master Ku addresses him, as little he so many people think his surname is he. Duan Lingtian explained. When the other 3 groups of people landed on the stone platform, Duan Lingtian heard the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect's voice again. Each of the other 3 groups of people had a supreme celestial alchemist as well. They were all supreme celestial alchemists, the weakest among the supreme celestial alchemists. They were accompanied by people who were there to protect them. It was worth mentioning that one of the supreme grade celestial alchemists had a pair of twins who looked identical to him. The twin brother of the supreme celestial alchemist was a 10 Directions celestial duke, Master Zhong. Master Zhong. In the beginning, some of the prominent celestial alchemists took the initiative to greet the supreme celestial alchemist. However, in just a blink of an eye, their voices were drowned out by a wave of voices. Lord Zhongqi. Lord Zhongqi. Now, in front of the stone platform, most of the people were bowing to the younger twin, the middle-aged man. This was because he was a 10 Directions celestial duke. A 10 Directions celestial duke was the strongest existence in the 6 southeastern regions and the borderlands. Zhongshang Zhongqi. At this moment, Duan Lingtian's eyes were trained on the middle-aged twin brothers. He had heard their names from the old ancestor of the Tai celestial alchemist. The elder brother was a supreme celestial alchemist, Zhongshang. Chapter 2866. There were 4 supreme celestial alchemists from the Alliance of Celestial Masters. All of them were supreme celestial alchemists. They were accompanied by 3 9 Palaces celestial dukes and a 10 Directions celestial duke. In the huge alchemy plaza, the 8 chairs on the stone platform at the center of the plaza were prepared for them. They were the guests here. And they were also the people invited by the top sects of the 6 southeastern regions to host the alchemy conference. Master Duan, let's go and greet the celestial masters from the Alliance of Celestial Masters. Yishan, the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect, said to Duan Lingtian, before he led the way to the stone platform in the distance. Duan Lingtian, Situming, and the others followed after him. From the beginning until the end, Huaner stayed by Duan Lingtian's side. However, at this moment, her eyes were not only on Duan Lingtian, but also on the people from the compassionate celestial traveler sect. Her eyes landed on a veiled woman, standing among the people from the compassionate celestial traveler sect. It was none other than Morongbing. A hint of envy could be seen in the depths of Huaner's eyes when she looked at Morongbing. Duan Lingtian had told Huaner about Morongbing. For this reason, Huaner was very envious of Morongbing. After all, Brother Lingtian had acknowledged Morongbing as his woman. Although Huaner was always by Brother Lingtian's side, she could clearly feel that Brother Lingtian was avoiding her. Her big brother Lingtian had intentionally avoided her feelings for him, and to a certain extent, he merely treated her as a younger sister. This was not what she wanted. At this moment, Duan Lingtian was, naturally, unaware of Huaner's thoughts. Huaner was no longer confused about the matters between men and women. In fact, she had already fallen in love with Brother Lingtian. Master Zhong. Master Ke. When Duan Lingtian and the others arrived at the stone platform, many people from the top sects in the 6 southeastern regions, who had also arrived at the alchemy square, gathered around and greeted the 4 supreme celestial alchemists. After the greetings, they dispersed one after another, followed by another group of people. Of course, there were still some people from the top sects who had not arrived yet. For example, the people from the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect, the strongest sect in the 6 southeastern regions, had yet to arrive. What a beautiful woman! She's the legendary beauty of the Tai celestial sect. Without her veil or hat, she was the center of attention no matter where she went. If it were not for the fact that she was a member of the Tai celestial sect, Many hot-blooded men would have snatched her away. Third senior sister. In my eyes, you're the most beautiful. I don't think she's as pretty as you, Liu Luo said to Morong Bing from the Compassionate Celestial Traveler sect. Morong Bing smiled faintly when she heard Liu Luo's words. Liu Luo, when did you learn how to lie? Miss Huaner's beauty is unparalleled. I can't compare to her at all. I know my place. She glanced at Duan Lingtian, who was standing next to Huan, and thought to herself. With such a peerless beauty by his side, I'm afraid it won't take long for him to forget about me. Morong Bing murmured in her heart. She felt a little sour in her heart. In the past, before she met this man, she missed him dearly. She was worried about his safety. After seeing this man again, and especially after seeing such a peerless beauty by his side, she realized that unknowingly, she had already fallen deeply in love with him. At this moment, the people from the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect are here. It's the people from the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect. Following the exclamations, the gazes of the crowd in the Alchemy Square immediately fell on the group of people who had just entered the Alchemy Square. The group of people who had just entered the Alchemy Square was led by a middle-aged man. The middle-aged man had a medium build and an ordinary appearance, but he had a dignified air about him. When Duan Lingtian first laid eyes on the middle-aged man, he noticed that there was a sense of familiarity between his brows. After pondering for a moment, he realized why he had such a feeling. He must be Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect. Duan Lingtian could tell the middle-aged man was similar to Bai Yuxian, the young master of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect. Many people recognized the group of people from the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect. As the sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect, it was not difficult for Duan Lingtian to figure out who the middle-aged man was. The middle-aged man was none other than Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect. The sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect seems to be a Nine Palaces Celestial Duke as well. Previously, He-Shan had told Duan Lingtian that the strongest people in the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect were the 3 Ten Directions Celestial Dukes. The sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect was one of the 9 Palaces Celestial Dukes. Master Duan, he's Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect. He-Shan's voice rang in Duan Lingtian's ears. The green-clad old man behind him is one of the 4 great guardians of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect, the Azure Dragon Guardian. Similar to him, he's also a 9 Palaces Celestial Duke. Upon hearing He-Shan's words, Duan Lingtian shifted his gaze to the green-clad old man standing behind Bai Wuji. He-Shan had told him about the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect. Apart from the 3 Supreme Elders who were 10 Directions Celestial Dukes, the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect also had 4 great guardians, who were 9 Palaces Celestial Dukes, like the sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect. The 4 great guardians of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect were the Azure Dragon Guardian, the White Tiger Guardian, the Vermilion Bird Guardian, and the Black Tortoise Guardian. Based on He-Shan's words, it seemed like the Azure Dragon Guardian, one of the 4 great guardians of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect, had come with Bai Wuji. He's the Azure Dragon Guardian of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect? As soon as Duan Lingtian's gaze landed on the green-robed old man, the green-robed old man immediately looked back at him. The gaze in the green-robed old man's cloudy eyes was extremely sharp. It was as sharp as a blade, forcing Duan Lingtian to look away immediately. What a terrifying gaze! Duan Lingtian shuddered inwardly. This was the first time he felt how terrifying a 9 Palaces Celestial Duke was. Just a gaze from the green-clad old man was enough to cause his heart to skip a beat. Under everyone's watchful eyes, the people from the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect, led by Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect, to the stone platform in the middle of the Alchemy Square. As the people from the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect approached the stone platform, the 8 people on the stone platform walked down to greet the people from the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect. Previously, when the people from the Compassionate Celestial Traveler Sect and the Blissful Sect approached them, The 8 people on the stone platform did not walk down. Instead, they stood on the stone platform and greeted the people from the compassionate celestial traveler sect and the blissful sect. However, now that they were facing the people from the profound heaven celestial sect, they walked down the stone platform. Based on this, it was clear that the profound heaven celestial sect's position in the hearts of the 8 people was much higher than the compassionate celestial traveler sect and the blissful sect. While the people from the profound heaven celestial sect and the 8 people from the profound heaven celestial sect were exchanging pleasantries. At this moment, an anxious voice that sounded a little dispirited rang from outside. Sect leader! Sect leader! Although the voice sounded a little dispirited, it was still loud and clear in the alchemy square that had fallen silent due to the arrival of the people from the profound heaven celestial sect. A moment later, under the gazes of the crowd, a young man covered in blood limped into the alchemy plaza. His face was covered in blood, and he began to look around the moment he entered the alchemy plaza. Little Sixth, a middle-aged man dressed in a silver robe among the people from the profound heaven celestial sect, cried out in alarm when he saw the newcomer. The reason for that was because the young man covered in blood was his personal disciple. Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the profound heaven celestial sect, frowned as his expression darkened. The young man was the direct disciple of the second elder of the profound heaven celestial sect. His innate talent was so high that he was ranked in the top 3 among the younger generation in the profound heaven celestial sect. Master! Hearing the silver-robed middle-aged man's exclamation, the young man looked over and dashed forward. However, he did not go to the silver-robed middle-aged man's side. Instead, he went straight to Bai Wuji. Thud! In the next moment, the young man fell to his knees in front of Bai Wuji. His expression was one of grief. He opened his mouth as though he wanted to say something, but he could not bring himself to do so. Little Sixth, what are you doing? Bai Wuji asked with a frown on his face. Little Sixth, the silver-clad middle-aged man's expression changed as well. He could not help but feel anxious when he saw this. He knew his disciple very well. If something had not happened, his disciple would not have acted in such a manner. He immediately had an ominous feeling in his heart. Sect leader, Senior Brother Yuxian. Senior Brother Yuxian. The young man finally spoke, but his voice was trembling. He could not finish his sentence, even after a long time. Xiana? What happened to Xianer? Bai Wuji's expression changed drastically when he saw the young man's reaction. He raised his hand and took out a soul pearl. He heaved a sigh of relief when he saw the soul pearl was unharmed. However, his expression changed again soon after. The reason for that was because he discovered that the soul pearl in his hand, that originally contained his son Bai Yushuan's soul energy, had already dissipated. There was nothing left of the soul energy. Under such circumstances, the soul pearl could no longer tell him if his son was dead or alive. Senior Brother Yuxian. He was killed. Chapter 2867. A soul orb could store a person's soul energy and reflect that person's life and death. However, there was a limit to how long the soul power could be stored in the soul orb. Once the time was up, the soul energy within the soul bead would completely dissipate. At that time, the soul bead would lose the ability to reflect the life and death of the owner of the soul energy. At this time, soul force had to be injected into the soul orb again, so that the soul orb could continue to reflect the life and death of the owner of the soul force. Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the profound heaven celestial sect, calculated the time in his mind. Half a month ago happened to be the time when the soul power in his son's soul bead dissipated. Senior Brother Yushuan he was killed. Shan, the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect, killed Senior Brother Yuxian. The moment the young man's voice rang out, it caused Bai Wuji's expression to change drastically. At the same time, it also spread to the alchemy square, which had fallen silent for a moment. Everyone in the alchemy square heard the young man's voice clearly. Duan Ling Tian was stunned when he heard the young man's words. He instinctively turned to look at Shan, the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect. However, After a moment of shock, his expression changed again. Shwa, 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 shwa. The people in the alchemy square were stunned when they heard the young man's words. All of them turned to look at the people from the Tai-E celestial sect. It was none other than the old ancestor of the Tai-E celestial sect. Senior brother Wuxia is the young master of the profound heaven celestial sect, by Wuxia, right? He-Shan from the Tai-E celestial sect killed him? Is this He-Shan crazy? Bai Wuxia is the only son of the sect leader of the profound heaven celestial sect. Why did He-Shan kill Bai Wuxia? Is it because of the conflict between Bai Wuxia and the people from the Tai-E celestial sect a month ago? It's possible. But why did he leave Bai Wuxia alive after killing him? Aren't you digging a hole for yourself? Look at that youth's sorry state, covered in blood. It's obvious that he escaped death. Also, did you see that? There was a hole in his chest, where his heart was, but he wasn't dead. Obviously his heart is partial. Perhaps, that's why he was able to escape this calamity. In the alchemy square, many people who were looking at the old ancestor of the Tai-E celestial sect discussed among themselves. As he spoke, he looked at He-Shan as though he was looking at a dead man. He-Shan. Meanwhile, Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the profound heaven celestial sect, looked at He-Shan and said angrily, "You're the old ancestor of the profound heaven celestial sect." Boom! As soon as Bai Wuji finished speaking, his celestial origin energy surged out of his body without warning. In the blink of an eye, he had already disappeared from his original spot. One could vaguely see an afterimage gradually dissipating. At the same time, a huge crater appeared where he had been standing before. Countless cracks appeared around the crater, spreading in all directions. From afar, it looked like a huge spider web. The other people from the profound heaven celestial sect could only hover in the air. The ground they were standing on earlier had collapsed due to Bai Wuji's celestial origin energy. Bang! As soon as Bai Wuji's afterimage disappeared from his original spot, another loud explosion rang in the air, attracting the attention of everyone present. Under everyone's watchful eyes, Bai Wuji stood where He-Shan had been standing before. On the other hand, the old ancestor of the profound heaven celestial sect had been sent flying. The ground where Bai Wuji stood, with his feet as the center, was covered in terrifying cracks that intertwined into a huge spider web. Boom! Boom! At this moment, the old ancestor of the profound heaven celestial sect was sent flying into the stone platform in the middle of the alchemy square. Barf! He-Shan, whose aura had completely withered, opened his mouth and spat out another mouthful of blood. His blood stained the ground, dazzling and eye-catching. Sect leader Bai, I didn't kill your son. After a while, old ancestor regained his breath and stared coldly at Bai Wuji. It was not surprising that Bai Wuji would seek revenge if he had killed Bai Wuxia. However, the problem was, He-Shan did not kill Bai Wuxia at all. He-Shan, you didn't expect this, right? My heart was born slanted. Do you think that no one will know that you, He-Shan, killed senior brother Wuxia and me? When the old ancestor of the Tai-E sect spoke, the young man covered in blood looked coldly at He-Shan. His eyes were filled with cold hatred. The heavens have eyes and allowed me to live. Unfortunately, senior brother Wuxia wasn't as lucky as me and died in your hands. When the young man reached the end of his sentence, he pointed at He-Shan. His entire body was trembling violently due to his emotions. Who are you? Why are you slandering me? He-Shan asked in a deep voice as he looked at the young man coldly. He-Shan. At the same time, Bai Wuji moved closer to He-Shan and stared at him coldly. A month ago, the people from the Tai-E celestial sect had a conflict with my son. My son was in the wrong. Even when he asked me to stand up for him, I ignored him. Bai Wuji glared at He-Shan and said coldly, I, Bai Wuji, have shown enough respect to the Tai-E celestial sect. However, you killed my son. An eye for an eye. If you don't die today, I won't be able to face my son in heaven. As soon as Bai Wuji finished speaking, his celestial origin energy surged out of his body like flames. His eyes were filled with killing intent as he looked at He-Shan. Sect leader Bai, I said I didn't kill. Hishan was about to defend himself when Bai Wuji made a move at lightning speed. Hishan hastily closed his mouth and raised his hand to block Bai Wuji's attack. Fast. They're too fast. Bai Wuji and Hishan's attacks were so fast that only a few people present on the scene could see what was going on. At the very least, Duan Lingtian did not manage to see anything. However, even though he couldn't see it clearly, he could tell that the two of them were exchanging blows with great momentum, as if 10,000 horses were galloping. Boom, 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 boom. Powerful shockwaves swept out and slammed into the crowd, causing their robes to flutter noisily. A bottomless pit had appeared on the ground of the Alchemy Plaza, where the two of them had clashed. The huge pit was so huge that it even extended to half of the stone platform and sucked in half of the stone platform. Half of the 8 seats on the stone platform were destroyed. The other half of the seats were sent flying as well. Something's amiss. Duan Lingtian could not help but feel that something was amiss when Hishan, the old ancestor of the profound heaven celestial sect, said the young man had killed Bai Yuxian, the young master of the profound heaven celestial sect. He did not know if Hishan was the one who killed Bai Yuxian or not. After all, Hishan was not always with him. However, based on Hishan's reaction, it did not seem like Hishan was the one who killed Bai Yuxian. If Hishan was the one who killed Bai Yuxian, he would have killed Bai Yuxian as soon as he saw the young man. If Hishan killed the young man, no one would dare to say Hishan was the one who killed Bai Yuxian. No matter how angry the profound heaven celestial sect was, it was impossible for them to kill Hishan over a disciple from the profound heaven celestial sect. After all, Hishan was the old ancestor of the profound heaven celestial sect. Although one had to pay with one's life for killing someone, in this world where the strong were respected, there were other ways to resolve the matter. However, if news of Hishan killing Bai Yuxian was exposed, Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the profound heaven celestial sect, would have a reason to kill him. After all, Bai Yuxian was Bai Wuji's son. Under such circumstances, even if Hishan was killed, the Tai-E celestial sect could only suffer in silence. Moreover, as long as the profound heaven celestial sect did not do anything to the Tai-E celestial sect, even the reclusive celestial kings of the Tai-E celestial sect would not be able to avenge Hishan. After all, Hishan was the one who was in the wrong. It was only right to pay with one's life. Therefore, Duan Lingtian was 90% certain Hishan was the one who killed Hishan. Hishan was certain Hishan did not kill Bai Yuxian. As Bai Yuxian's biological father, Bai Wuji must have Bai Yuxian's soul pearl in his possession. Since Bai Wuji is acting so crazily, it's likely that Bai Wuji's soul orb in his hand is truly shattered. When Duan Lingtian saw Bai Wuji's madness, he could faintly guess Bai Yuxian's soul pearl in Bai Wuji's hand had shattered. Bai Yuxian was most likely dead. Duan Lingtian did not expect Bai Yuxian's soul pearl to be dead. Bai Yuxian's soul pearl was still intact. However, since the soul energy in Bai Yuxian's soul pearl had expired, Bai Wuji did not know if Bai Yuxian was still alive or not. At this moment, the direct disciple of the second elder of the profound heaven celestial sect, who was severely injured, had accused Hishan of killing Bai Yuxian. Bai Wuji was so angry that he had lost his rationality. It did not even cross his mind that the direct disciple of the second elder of the profound heaven celestial sect was lying to him. At this moment, there was only one thought in his mind. He had to kill Hishan and make him pay for his son's death. Bang! The battle lasted for more than 10 breaths before it finally ended with blood splattering everywhere. Bai Wuji, I didn't kill your son. At this moment, the old ancestor of the Tai-E celestial sect's voice rang in the ears of everyone in the alchemy square. Bai Wuji's figure reappeared in front of everyone in the area, where the blood mist was drifting in the air. Chapter 2868. It's the old ancestor's spatial ring. The old ancestor. The old ancestor. He's dead. Situ Ming, Yang Chong, and Yu Zhongjing, who were standing near Duan Lingtian, were horrified when they saw the spatial ring falling into the blood mist. The old ancestor. At this moment, Duan Lingtian finally realized what had happened. Yishan had been killed by Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect. In just a dozen breaths, Yishan, an 8-trigram Celestial Duke, was killed by Bai Wuji, a 9 Palaces Celestial Duke. Naturally, Duan Lingtian knew this was not the case. This was one of the reasons why Tai Yi Old Ancestor had been injured by Bai Wuji. Otherwise, Yishan would not have been killed in such a short time. After all, Yishan was one of the strongest 8-trigram Celestial Dukes. The Old Ancestor is an 8-trigram Celestial Duke. Although Duan Lingtian did not see how Yishan died, due to his low cultivation base, he could tell from the scene that Yishan had killed Yishan. Tai Yi Old Ancestor was indeed dead. Yishan was killed by Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect. Yishan, an 8-trigram Celestial Duke whom he had to look up to, had died in just a dozen breaths. At this moment, Duan Lingtian only felt that he was so tiny. He's dead. Yishan, the Old Ancestor of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect, died just like that? Heavens! Yishan was one of the strongest 8-trigram Celestial Dukes, but Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect, killed him in just a dozen breaths? Is this the difference between an 8-trigram Celestial Duke and a 9 Palaces Celestial Duke? Meanwhile, in the Alchemy Square, a group of people who had just recovered from their shock could not help but gasp. Most of them were shocked by Bai Wuji's ability to kill Yishan in such a short time. Although Yishan was an 8-trigram Celestial Duke, he was one of the strongest 8-trigram Celestial Dukes in the 6 southeastern regions. At the very least, none of the 8-trigram Celestial Dukes in the 6 southeastern regions were confident they could defeat Yishan. At the same time, some people were more rational. It must be because Yishan, the Old Ancestor of the Tai Yi Celestial Sect, was injured by Bai Wuji. Yishan must be much weaker now that he's injured. I forgot about that. That should be the reason. Earlier, when Yishan was caught off guard, he was injured by Bai Wuji, and it didn't seem to be a light injury. In that state, his strength was naturally far from his peak. If it was Yishan at his peak, Bai Wuji might not have been able to take him down within 50 breaths. No matter what the people in the Alchemy Plaza said, it would not change the fact that Yishan had been killed by Bai Wuji. From the beginning to the end, not only did the people from the top sects of the 6 southeastern regions not interfere, they did not even make a sound. Even some sects that were on good terms with the Tai Yi Celestial Sect chose to keep quiet at this moment. After all, in their opinion, the Tai Yi Celestial Sect was indeed in the wrong. Yishan is really unlucky. He actually left the young master of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect alive after killing him. Perhaps it didn't cross his mind that the young master of the Tai Yi Celestial Sect had a deviant heart. Although Yishan is the Old Ancestor of the Tai Yi Celestial Sect, and the person he killed wasn't a Celestial Duke, it's unfortunate that Yishan was the only son of the sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect. The Tai Yi Celestial Sect can only suffer in silence. That's right. It's only right for the father to avenge the son. This is purely personal. It has nothing to do with the conflict between the Tai Yi Celestial Sect and the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect. Even if the quasi-celestial king of the Tai Yi Celestial Sect is still in the 6 southeastern regions, there's no reason for him to avenge the Old Ancestor of the Tai Yi Celestial Sect. That's right. As long as Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect, doesn't make any moves against the Tai Yi Celestial Sect after killing Yishan, the Old Ancestor of the Tai Yi Celestial Sect, the quasi-celestial king of the Tai Yi Celestial Sect wouldn't make a move. Based on the words of the people from the top sects in the 6 southeastern regions, it was clear that Yishan's death had nothing to do with the conflict between the Tai Yi Celestial Sect and the Profound Heaven Celestial Sect. The quasi-celestial kings they mentioned were those who had broken through to the Celestial King stage, but remained in the borderlands instead of going to the central area. Due to this, their cultivation base had dropped back to that of a 10 Directions Celestial Duke. These people were far stronger than ordinary 10 Directions Celestial Dukes. For this reason, in the borderlands, These people were known as quasi-celestial kings and quasi-celestial kings. Meanwhile, Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial sect, looked at Duan Lingtian and the other people from the Tai Celestial sect. I, Bai Wuji, did this purely to avenge the death of my son. I have no intention of provoking the conflict between the Profound Heaven Celestial sect and the Tai Celestial sect. I hope everyone here can bear witness to this. Bai Wuji said loudly as he looked at Duan Lingtian and the other people from the Tai Celestial sect. Based on his words, it was clear that the Profound Heaven Celestial sect had no intention of provoking the Tai Celestial sect. Although the Tai Celestial sect was not as strong as the Profound Heaven Celestial sect, a quasi-celestial sect had a quasi-celestial king. After all, the Tai Celestial sect had a reclusive quasi-celestial king who had annihilated the Tai Celestial sect in the past. Bai Wuji, as the sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial sect, had to be cautious in order to avoid repeating the same mistake. Rest assured, sect leader Bai, the blissful sect is willing to bear witness to this matter. Lian, the old ancestor of the blissful sect, who had a conflict with Duan Lingtian, took the lead in expressing his stance. After he finished speaking, he did not forget to look at Duan Lingtian provocatively. With Lian taking the lead, a few other people from top sects followed suit. However, Duan Lingtian had never interacted with them before. The Thousand Spiders Celestial sect and the Martial Dragon Celestial sect from the Wasteland were secretly delighted by the death of the old ancestor of the Tai Celestial sect. After all, it was a good thing that the Tai Celestial sect had lost an 8-trigram Celestial Duke. However, they did not express their stance. Apart from the strongest person in the Tai Celestial sect, only the sect leader of the Tai Celestial sect had the right to give away the king-grade celestial weapon. If the two of them did not give away the king-grade celestial weapon, they would be hunted down by the reclusive quasi-celestial kings of the Tai Celestial sect. Although so many years had passed, the quasi-celestial king from the Tai Celestial sect, who left the king-grade celestial weapon behind, might not still be in the 6 southeastern regions. However, no one dared to take the risk. Chapter 2869. Hishan's spatial ring hovered in front of Duan Lingtian and the others from the Tai Celestial sect under Bai Wuji's control. For a long time, Duan Lingtian and the others did not reach out to take the spatial ring. In the end, it was Duan Lingtian who spoke first and broke the slightly silent atmosphere. Master Situ, keep the old ancestor's spatial ring. You can pass it to the sect leader when we return to the sect. Upon hearing Duan Lingtian's words, Sitaming took a few steps forward and put the spatial ring away. His expression was unsightly from the beginning until the end. Although Duan Lingtian was not particularly fond of the old ancestor of the Tai Celestial sect, as the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai Celestial sect, he could not help but feel enraged when Hishan died in front of him. However, there was nothing he could do at this moment. After all, his strength was limited, and the Tai Celestial sect was in the wrong. It seems like I was right. Things aren't as simple as they seem. While Sitaming was putting away Hishan's spatial ring, Duan Lingtian was staring at the young man covered in blood from the Profound Heaven Celestial sect. It was this young man's arrival and information that had infuriated Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial sect, so much so that he had killed Hishan. Duan Lingtian, who had been observing the young man from the beginning, happened to see a hint of guilt on the young man's face. At this moment, the young man was looking at the spot where Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the Profound Heaven Celestial sect, was standing. If Hishan had really killed Bai Yuxian, the young master of the Profound Heaven Celestial sect, there was no reason for the young man to look so guilty. It seems like Bai Yuxian's death has nothing to do with the old ancestor. Instead, it has something to do with this young man. Duan Lingtian speculated inwardly. Until now, Duan Lingtian did not think Bai Yuxian, the young master of the Profound Heaven Celestial sect, was still alive. He did not expect Bai Yuxian's soul pearl to expire at this time. He thought Bai Yuxian was indeed dead. However, the young man named Little Six had blamed He Shan for Bai Yuxian's death. Although Duan Ling Tian was very sure of his guess, he knew that if he did not have any concrete evidence, nobody would believe him even if he told them about his guess. The profound heaven celestial sect, they would not believe an outsider like him. Duan Ling Tian's eyes, Duan Ling Tian, the old ancestor, of course, to protect me. Duan Ling Tian looked at the place where Bai Wuji, the sect leader of the profound heaven celestial sect, had perished. He thought to himself, however, I'll do my best to give you an explanation and clear your name. After living 2 lives, especially in this life, Duan Ling Tian had witnessed the deaths of many people. For this reason, he did not care about the deaths of people he was not close to. However, he was still the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai celestial sect, and the sect leader of the Tai celestial sect had treated him well. For this reason, Duan Ling Tian wanted to do something for the Tai celestial sect. Naturally, he knew there was nothing he could do for now. Only when he was strong enough would he be able to find out the truth and prove the old ancestor's innocence. The death of the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect had caused quite a stir. However, the death of an 8 trigrams celestial duke was not enough to affect the alchemy conference in the 6 southeastern regions. Therefore, after a while the alchemy conference officially began. Many prominent celestial alchemists from the top sects had already begun to bet on the alchemy conference. There were so many bets that it was dazzling. After the stone platform in the alchemy square was destroyed, the people from the Alliance of Celestial Masters did not continue to sit on the stone platform. They began to walk around the alchemy square to intimidate those celestial alchemists who did not keep their word and refused to hand over their bets. With their presence, even if some celestial alchemists wanted to renege on their bets, they did not dare to do so. After the death of the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect, Duan Ling Tian could clearly sense the greedy gazes on him. These gazes belonged to sectless cultivators with extraordinary strength in the 6 southeastern regions. It was not difficult for Duan Ling Tian to guess the reason for their greed. These people did not dare to covet the king-grade celestial weapon of the Tai celestial sect, but it did not mean they did not dare to covet the duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities in his possession. To be more precise, they coveted the duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities that he had won from the supporting Sun celestial sect and the Thousand Leaves celestial sect. Previously, when the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect was still alive, these people did not dare to show their greed. However, now that the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect was dead, their greed was exposed. However, Duan Ling Tian was not bothered by these people's greedy gazes. After all, he knew this was not the case. Even if the old ancestor of the Tai celestial sect was dead, these people would not dare to touch him. After all, he had the Tai celestial sect, one of the top sects in the 6 southeastern regions. Unless these people were confident they could kill all of them, they would not be able to do so. Otherwise, these people would not dare to act rashly. I have to be careful of the people from the top sects in the 6 southeastern regions. However, they won't be able to take the communication celestial talismans. Under such circumstances, they won't dare to snatch the communication celestial talismans from me. Duan Ling Tian thought to himself. Before he left, the sect leader of the Tai celestial sect had given him a few communication celestial talismans. These communication celestial talismans were not ordinary communication celestial talismans. They were communication celestial talismans inscribed by celestial kings. These communication celestial talismans were left behind by the powerhouses of the Tai celestial sect before they left the 6 southeastern regions for the central area. This was to ensure the safety of the juniors of the Tai celestial sect. Since they had communication celestial talismans inscribed by celestial kings, they would be able to send a message back to the Tai celestial sect before they were killed. As for the sectless cultivators, they did not care about the communication celestial talismans. After all, They did not belong to any sects or clans. They were like monks without temples. The few words in the communication celestial talismans were not enough for the Tai celestial sect to find them. However, the rogue cultivators were more concerned about the fact that there were survivors in their group. After all, if they were in danger, they would use the shadow void escaping talismans inscribed by celestial kings to escape. Although the sectless cultivators might have shadow void escaping talismans, they were not 100% certain they would be able to catch up to them or kill them. If there were survivors, they might bring their floating image pearls back to the Tai celestial sect. Once the floating image pearls were sent to the Tai celestial sect, even if they had disguised themselves, their identities would still be exposed due to their disguises and techniques. If the Tai celestial sect wanted to find them, they would have to make it to the central area before the Tai celestial sect could find them. Otherwise, even if they left the 6 southeastern regions, the Tai celestial sect would still be able to find them as long as they were still in the borderlands. As one of the top sects in the borderlands of the Southern Heaven Territory, the Tai celestial sect had a wide intelligence network that covered the entire borderlands. Naturally, the other top sects in the borderlands were similar as well. This was the most terrifying thing about the top sects in the borderlands. Among the sectless cultivators present on the scene, those who were interested in Duan Lingtian's Duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities were mediocre. Even celestial dukes were mediocre celestial dukes. With their speed, it was almost impossible for them to leave the borderlands and make it to the central area before the Tai celestial sect could find them. This was because the Tai celestial sect's intelligence network usually transmitted information through communication celestial talismans inscribed by celestial kings. Their speed was unimaginable to ordinary people. For this reason, Duan Lingtian was not worried about sectless cultivators attacking them. Master Duan. Suddenly, a voice that was full of energy entered Duan Lingtian's ears. It was unusually loud and clear. Upon hearing the voice, Duan Lingtian turned to look at the source of the voice. He saw a middle-aged man wearing an immortal master robe, issued by the Alliance of Immortal Masters, walking towards him. The immortal master robe was the same as the one he was wearing. Both of them were prominent celestial alchemists who wore the earth-ranked celestial master robe. It's Xiao Gangyu, the chief celestial alchemist of the blissful sect. Just as Duan Lingtian thought the man looked familiar, Sita Ming's voice resonated in his ears. At this moment, Duan Lingtian recalled Sita Ming's name. The reason why he found the middle-aged man familiar was because he had seen him before when the people from the blissful sect had arrived. Xiao Gangyu was standing behind Lian, the old ancestor of the blissful sect. What's Xiao Gangyu doing here? Yang Chang's expression darkened. He was certain the chief celestial alchemist of the blissful sect, Xiao Gangyu, was up to no good. Master Duan, Xiao Gangyu is the chief celestial alchemist of the blissful sect. He's skilled in alchemy and can refine the prominent celestial pill, the overarching heaven pill. At this moment, Sita Ming's voice rang in Duan Lingtian's ears. What's the matter? When Duan Lingtian regained his senses, Xiao Gangyu was already standing near him. Duan Lingtian asked as he glanced at Xiao Gangyu indifferently. Before Xiao Gangyu could reply to Duan Lingtian, a cold snort rang in the air. Master Xiao, as the chief celestial alchemist of the blissful sect, I'd like to meet the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai celestial sect. Chapter 2870. The person who was walking toward Duan Lingtian was none other than Ji Fan, the Arhat of the blissful sect. After a few moments, Ji Fan arrived next to Xiao Gangyu and looked at Duan Lingtian provocatively. Although he and the blissful sect did not dare to offend Duan Lingtian, before he could confirm if Duan Lingtian, the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai celestial sect, was from a powerful clan in the central area, he did not dare to offend Duan Lingtian. However, this did not stop him or the blissful sect from making things difficult for Duan Lingtian, or even taking advantage of Duan Lingtian. Oh! Duan Lingtian glanced at Ji Fan indifferently, before he shifted his gaze to Xiao Gangyu, who was standing next to Ji Fan. "You're Master Xiao, right? What do you want to do with me?" Ji Fan's expression darkened when he saw Duan Lingtian, had only glanced at him briefly before looking away. He was the Arhat of the blissful sect. Even the sect leaders of the top sects in the 6 southeastern regions would not ignore him. For this reason, he was furious that Duan Lingtian had ignored him. "Master Xiao wants to compete with you on the success rate of refining overarching heaven pills." Before Xiao Gang you could reply to Duan Lingtian, Ji Fan said coldly. After he finished speaking, he looked at Duan Lingtian provocatively and said, "It's fine if you don't dare to compete. After all, you're the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai celestial sect. It's normal for you to be inferior to the chief celestial alchemist of the blissful sect." Ji Fan's words were laced with sarcasm. "Compete on the success rate of refining overarching heaven pills?" Upon hearing Ji Fan's words, Duan Lingtian looked at Ji Fan, as though he was looking at an idiot. "I'm afraid there aren't many people in Alchemy City who don't know that Duan Lingtian's success rate of refining overarching heaven pills is mediocre, right? About a month ago, I refined 3 overarching heaven pills outside the Tai celestial sex shop. I'm sure everyone in the Alchemy Square knows about this, right?" When Duan Lingtian finished speaking, he looked at Ji Fan intently. In other words, he had already seen through Ji Fan's intentions. Ji Fan's face turned pale when he heard Duan Lingtian's words. Even Xiao Gangyu, who was standing at the side, looked slightly embarrassed. After all, they knew Duan Lingtian and Duan Lingtian had successfully sexed Duan Lingtian. To Duan Lingtian's and to Duan Lingtian to Duan Lingtian, and Duan Lingtian to the Lingtian, then Duan Lingtian. Initially, they had thought Duan Lingtian would agree to compete with them on the success rate of refining overarching heaven pills if they mocked Duan Lingtian a little. To their surprise, not only did Duan Lingtian not act rashly, but he even calmly brought up the matter of him successfully refining 3 overarching heaven pills a month ago. With this, it was impossible for them to trick Duan Lingtian. Just as they thought their plan was about to fail, Duan Lingtian continued to say, "Let's talk. Tell me, what do you want me to bet with?" Duan Lingtian asked curiously as he looked at Ji Fan and Xiao Gangyu. Ji Fan and Xiao Gangyu exchanged a look when they heard Duan Lingtian's words. They could see the disbelief in each other's eyes. After all, they did not expect Duan Lingtian to ask such a question. "Arhat, under such circumstances, I don't think he'll agree to compete with us. He must be curious about what we want from him." Xiao Gangyu sent a voice transmission to Ji Fan. Ji Fan agreed with Xiao Gangyu. He did not think Duan Lingtian would agree to compete with the chief celestial alchemist of the blissful sect in terms of refining overarching heaven pills. For this reason, he sneered when he heard Duan Lingtian's question. "Since you don't dare to compete with Master Xiao, what's the point of asking this question? Don't dare to compete?" Duan Lingtian was taken aback by Ji Fan's words. Then, he looked at Ji Fan meaningfully and said, "Who says I don't dare to compete with you? If I don't dare to compete with you, what's the point of asking this question? You dare to compete with me?" Ji Fan and Xiao Gangyu were stunned when they heard Duan Lingtian's words. After all, they did not expect Duan Lingtian would say such a thing. Based on Duan Lingtian's words, it seemed like he really intended to compete with them. After all, based on Duan Lingtian's words, it seemed like he had seen through their intentions. "Why wouldn't I dare to compete with you?" Duan Lingtian replied with a question. Ji Fan and Xiao Gangyu remained silent when they heard Duan Lingtian's question. They looked at each other and saw the shock and disbelief in each other's eyes. "Arhat, since Duan Lingtian knows we know he only managed to refine 3 overarching heaven pills a month ago, why would he agree to compete with us? Could it be that he was hiding something from us?" Xiao Gangyu asked Ji Fan through voice transmission. He could not figure out why Duan Lingtian was so confident. If he was Duan Lingtian, he would not be so confident under such circumstances. "That's impossible," Ji Fan replied through voice transmission. His tone was filled with doubt. "A month ago, he refined the overarching heaven pills to deal with the people from the supporting Sun celestial sect and the Thousand Leaves Celestial Sect. At that time, he must have done his best to refine the overarching heaven pills, to humiliate the people from the two sections. At that time, he couldn't have been hiding something from us, right? Unless he can predict the future and know what will happen today. But do you think that's possible? A hint of doubt could be seen in Ji Fan's eyes when he reached the end of his sentence. That's true. Xiao Gangyu nodded. He agreed with Ji Fan's words. At that time, it was impossible for Duan Lingtian to be hiding something from him. However, if that's the case, why did he act as though he was confident of competing with me? However, Xiao Gangyu was still in disbelief. Alchemist Xiao. Perhaps he's doing this to scare us on purpose. He's purposely creating the illusion that he intentionally hid something from us a month ago. Perhaps he wants to use this to make us back off. Ji Fan's eyes flashed as he speculated. As long as we're scared off, not only will he not suffer any losses, but the others will also think you're inferior to him. At that time, not only will he not suffer any losses, but he'll even have the upper hand. When Ji Fan finished speaking, he looked at Duan Lingtian, as though he had seen through Duan Lingtian's thoughts. That should be the case. After listening to Ji Fan's words, Xiao Gangyu agreed with Ji Fan. Good, very good. Ji Fan stepped forward and looked at Duan Lingtian as he said, Master Duan, since you're so confident, why don't you compete with Master Xiao, the chief celestial alchemist of the blissful sect? We don't want much. We just want the bets you won from the supporting Sun Celestial Sect and the Thousand Leaves Celestial Sect a month ago. When he reached the end of his sentence, he looked at Duan Lingtian meaningfully. About a month ago, Duan Lingtian had won a Duke-grade Celestial Method and a Duke-grade Divine Ability from the supporting Sun Celestial Sect and the Thousand Leaves Celestial Sect. Ji Fan's words undoubtedly revealed his wild ambition. He wanted the two Duke-grade Celestial Methods and Divine Abilities in Duan Lingtian's possession. The two Duke-grade Celestial Methods and Divine Abilities? Duan Lingtian was taken aback by Ji Fan's words. Then he shook his head and said, You should know that I only have the Memory Celestial Talisman that contains the two Duke-grade Celestial Methods and Divine Abilities. If I give them away, I'll lose the two Duke-grade Celestial Methods and Divine Abilities. After all, I haven't mastered them yet, so I can't inscribe the Memory Celestial Talisman that contains them. Duan Lingtian looked at Ji Fan meaningfully as he said, For this reason, the two Duke-grade Celestial Methods and Divine Abilities are much more valuable to me than the two Duke-grade Celestial Methods and Divine Abilities to the Blissful Sect. That's true. Ji Fan nodded. He did not deny Duan Lingtian's words. For this reason, the Blissful Sect has decided to use two triple-trait Duke-grade Celestial Methods and one triple-trait Duke-grade Divine Ability as a wager to bet on the two triple-trait Duke-grade Celestial Methods and Divine Abilities. As soon as Ji Fan finished speaking, Duan Lingtian laughed. Why are you laughing? Ji Fan felt slightly guilty when he saw Duan Lingtian laughing. After all, he knew the value of three Duke-grade Celestial Methods and Divine Abilities to the Blissful Sect could not compare to the value of two Duke-grade Celestial Methods and Divine Abilities to Duan Lingtian. The Blissful Sect would only share the three Duke-grade Celestial Methods and Divine Abilities with Duan Lingtian. If Duan Lingtian gave away the two Duke-grade Celestial Methods and Divine Abilities to Duan Lingtian, he would lose the two Duke-grade Celestial Methods and Divine Abilities. If this is all the Blissful Sect has to offer, I'm not interested in betting with Master Xiao. It's fine if you want to bet with me, but you'll have to show me your sincerity first. Duan Lingtian said as he looked at Ji Fan meaningfully. When Ji Fan and Xiao Gangyu first arrived, not many people were paying attention to Duan Lingtian. As time passed, more and more people gathered around to watch the conversation between Duan Lingtian and Ji Fan. Soon after, more and more people began to gather around them. After all, it was human nature to watch a show. Moreover, one of them was the genius celestial alchemist, Duan Lingtian, the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai Celestial Sect. Duan Lingtian was a young man who was not even 100 years old. If this was all there was to it, not many people would pay attention to him. Chapter 2871. News of what happened outside the Tai Celestial Sect's shop a month ago had spread like wildfire in Alchemy City. Currently, almost everyone in the Alchemy Square had heard about the incident a month ago. Everyone knew there was a prominent celestial alchemist in the Tai Celestial Sect, who was younger than 100 years old, who could refine the overarching heaven pill. Moreover, this prominent celestial alchemist was the chief celestial alchemist of the Tai Celestial Sect. Sincerity. Xiao Gangyu frowned slightly upon hearing Duan Lingtian's words. Meanwhile, Ji Fan looked at Duan Lingtian meaningfully and asked, "Since you mentioned sincerity, what kind of sincerity do you want from the blissful sect?" At the same time, the onlookers began to figure out what was going on. The blissful sect wants to compete with Master Duan in terms of pill refinement success rate. They want the 2 Duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities that Master Duan won from the supporting Sun Celestial Sect and the 1,000 Leaves Celestial Sect a month ago? I think so. However, it seems like Master Duan isn't satisfied with their offer. They want to exchange 3 Duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities for Master Duan's 2 Duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities. It might sound like Master Duan has the upper hand, but when you think about it, it's actually a huge loss for him. That's only natural. Even if the blissful sect loses the 3 Duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities, they'll only share them with Master Duan. If Master Duan loses the 2 Duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities, he'll lose the 2 Duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities. Indeed, after all, he only obtained the 2 Duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities a month ago. He hasn't mastered them yet, so he can't inscribe the memory celestial talismans that record the 2 Duke-grade celestial methods and divine abilities. I'm sure the supporting Sun Celestial Sect and the 1,000 Leaves Celestial Sect won't give him the 2 memory celestial methods and divine abilities. As the onlookers discussed among themselves, they all felt that the same thing had happened. After all, the blissful sect's offer was far less valuable than Duan Lingtian's. Sometimes, the value of an item couldn't be judged by its appearance. It also had to be judged by how valuable it was to the owner. I'm not asking for much. Duan Lingtian narrowed his eyes in response to Xiao Gongyu's question. As soon as he said that, the surrounding crowd's gazes immediately fell on him. Most of the people had curious gazes. They were curious about what kind of request Duan Lingtian would make. Not demanding. I wonder what kind of request alchemist Duan will make. A group of people was looking forward to it. On the other hand, Situ Ming, Yang Chong, and Yu Zhongjing looked at Duan Lingtian solemnly as they sent voice transmissions to Duan Lingtian to ask if he was confident. Facing their questions, Duan Lingtian didn't reply. Instead, he turned to look at them and gave them a reassuring look. Upon seeing Duan Lingtian's reassuring look, they felt reassured. Although they had only known Duan Lingtian for a short time, they could see how mature Duan Lingtian was compared to Duan Lingtian's steadiness. Since Duan Lingtian was so confident, he must have his reasons. At this moment, all they could do was wait and see. "What do you want?" Ji Fan asked as he looked at Duan Lingtian. Duan Lingtian glanced at Ji Fan indifferently and said, "I'm afraid you don't have the authority to decide what I want. I think it's better for you to invite the old ancestor of the blissful sect over and let him decide if he wants to agree to my request." When Duan Lingtian reached the end of his sentence, a faint smile appeared on the corners of his mouth. He had an unfathomable expression on his face. Ji Fan's expression darkened when he heard Duan Lingtian's words. He felt a burning sensation on his face. There were so many people in the surroundings, and Duan Lingtian's words had caused him to lose face. "I'd like to know what you want." Ji Fan's expression was cold as he asked in a deep voice. "I heard the blissful sect has a triple trait Duke-grade celestial method. If the blissful sect is willing to use that Duke-grade celestial method as a stake, I'm willing to compete with Master Xiao." Duan Lingtian ignored Ji Fan's cold expression and said indifferently. As soon as Duan Lingtian's words left his mouth, the noisy crowd in the surroundings fell silent again. No one dared to make a sound. Everyone's gaze shifted to Duan Lingtian in unison. He wants the triple trait Duke grade celestial method from the blissful sect? Isn't he too greedy? That's right. In terms of value, a triple trait Duke grade celestial method is comparable to 5 triple trait or triple trait Duke grade celestial methods. However, he actually wants to use a triple trait Duke grade celestial method and a triple trait divine ability as a wager to bet on a triple trait Duke grade celestial method? Although it's a little ridiculous, it's not a big deal for the blissful sect to agree to it. After all, Master Xiao from the blissful sect wants to compete with him in terms of the success rate of overarching heaven pills. It's obvious to all that his success rate is very low. I think the reason he made such a ridiculous request is so that the blissful sect would back off. Not only would he be able to save his own face, but he would also be able to say that Master Xiao from the blissful sect isn't as good as him. After a while, the crowd began to discuss among themselves again about Duan Lingtian's greed. He actually wanted to use an offensive and defensive Duke grade celestial method, and another offensive and defensive divine ability that matched the value of the offensive and defensive Duke grade celestial method, to bet on an offensive and defensive Duke grade celestial method. Upon hearing Duan Lingtian's words, Ji Fan's expression darkened even more. Even Xiao Gangyu, the chief celestial alchemist of the blissful sect, could not help but frown. At this moment, just like the onlookers, they felt Duan Lingtian was being too greedy. Master Duan, don't you think you're being too greedy by making such a request? Xiao Gangyu asked in a deep voice as he looked at Duan Lingtian. Greedy? Duan Lingtian shook his head. Perhaps. However, although I've made the request, Master Xiao, you can also reject it. After all, I don't necessarily want to compete with you in terms of the success rate of refining overarching heaven pills. After all, I'm not someone who likes to compete with others. Xiao Gangyu's expression darkened when he heard Duan Lingtian's words. Duan Lingtian's expression was solemn. Duan Lingtian. Ji Fan looked at Duan Lingtian and said coldly, change your request. The blissful sect. Before Ji Fan could finish speaking, Duan Lingtian interrupted him mercilessly. If the blissful sect doesn't dare to accept the bet, then scram. My time is precious, and I don't have time to waste on you. A hint of annoyance could be seen on Duan Lingtian's face when he looked at Ji Fan again. His eyes were filled with disdain. Don't dare to accept the bet? Who says the blissful sect doesn't dare to accept the bet? Ji Fan was infuriated. If you dare to accept the bet, ask the old ancestor of the blissful sect to come here. I'm sure he's the only one who's qualified to decide if the blissful sect's triple trait Duke grade celestial method is worth the bet, right? Duan Lingtian said. You. Ji Fan was about to say something when a voice interrupted him. At this moment, a voice rang from the crowd. Since Master Duan is in such a good mood, the blissful sect is naturally willing to accept the bet. I'm curious to know if you've been hiding anything from us for the past month. A commotion broke out in the crowd when the voice rang in the air. After a while, a figure whom Duan Lingtian was unfamiliar with appeared before Duan Lingtian. It was none other than Lian, the old ancestor of the compassionate celestial traveler sect, who was leading the group of people from the blissful sect. Lian was a powerful 9 palaces celestial duke, who was widely acknowledged as the strongest person in the 6 southeastern regions, who was only a 10 directions celestial duke. Lian led the other members of the blissful sect to Ji Fan's side. Step by step, the crowd parted for them. Grandmaster. Ji Fan frowned slightly when he heard Lian's words. His celestial method and divine ability aren't as valuable as the blissful sect's triple trait Duke grade celestial method. Even if he hasn't mastered the triple trait Duke grade celestial method and divine ability, it's not worth it for the blissful sect to bet with him. Ji Fan grew a little anxious as he spoke. Fanner, don't tell me you think he has a chance of winning? Lian asked through voice transmission. Grandmaster, although I don't think he has a chance of winning, there's no need for the blissful sect to bet with him, right? The triple trait Duke grade celestial method and divine ability he has is far less valuable than the triple trait Duke grade celestial method and divine ability. Ji Fan replied through voice transmission. Upon hearing this, Lian nodded. Then, He turned to look at Duan Lingtian and said, Master Duan, the blissful sect can agree to your request. However, you have to add some stakes to the bet. At the end of his sentence, Lian added another sentence. No. However, the moment Li An's words left his mouth, Duan Lingtian reflexively rejected Li An's request. If the blissful sect doesn't dare to accept the bet, I won't force you. When Duan Lingtian reached the end of his sentence, he turned around and ignored Li An and the others. However, as soon as Duan Lingtian turned around, a hint of fear and guilt flashed in his eyes. Although this expression of fear and guilt was short-lived, it was still clearly seen by Lian, who says the blissful sect doesn't dare to accept the bet. When Duan Lingtian completely turned around, Lian looked at Duan Lingtian's back and shouted in a deep voice that you're tuning in to the Li Mei's Wuxia Whispers YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.